no comment. Nah, the comment, to face somebody with no context, no comment. Shot it down on the grazing sky like a comet, no comment. I promise to make you feel like you're honest, no comment. It's nonsense to say that you aren't even astonished. It has come to my attention that you seek a very important answer. How dare I forget to mention that I'm not the one you should have went after, so you pose the question. I strike it down with Thor's hand, but now you stuck in heaven. And the room fills with laughter. This is proclamations, hit a joke. Remember this time, they stay afloat, cause it is a different art to troll. What is woke with the cities across the globe? Watch your smiles or crack the code. Make a bank from all of those who have a pose. Waiting for the next person who can't provoke. Turn it back against me and the curves are closed. No comment, nah, the comment, to face somebody with no context, no comment. Shot it down on the grazing sky like a comet, no comment. I promise to make you feel like you're honest, no comment. It's nonsense to say that you aren't even astonished. But now but a coach, I feel like I but I already told you. But didn't decide on when I was gonna suffer, even if I was gonna. Even if I did, I knew that I shouldn't, I knew that I couldn't. It's a moment in life that I knew I would've get twice. Maybe the one to ruin the surprise, cause I knew when I would arise. That's when everyone's paying the price, and never to break the ice. That's when they all compromise. It's like the time I tried to justify why they couldn't realize. I guess I could just sympathize, but that would be very unwise. I might just give them advice and tell them right in front of my eyes. Cause on the inside, I know they're wearing a different disguise. But that is for them to decide. They might tell themselves a few lies, but no mean to take time to apologize to anyone who thought it would not survive. I know I may have not thrived, but I know this spark is still alive. But if it dies, it just might be my own demise. Like rolling the dice, you might just have to improvise. And I don't mind be the one that y'all need to terrorize, cause I took a leap of faith, had to take time to address the fake. Even while I'm in the race, I feel like I'm the driver of my fate. Only one solution, it's better be the case. No conclusion with no time or place, cause nobody's keeping up the pace. I feel illusion, better keep your space. Before you fall off the race, I don't need your praise. I see confusion, just looking at your face. The next time decide to take a leap of faith, decide it was best to ignore the faith. On the best get a chance to build a path and be the blaze to a trail. I might just give them hell. I see a bunch of y'all running coattails. I don't exactly know what I'm up against till I touch the wall. I feel I might just have to learn to run before I crawl, before I fall. Hop the cannon, hop the bridge, hop the ledge, hop the tower. Please bring me power. I may just fall for an hour, maybe a year, but I don't care. I see my dreams crystal clear. And if you don't, there's no to the path we chose. And if you do, just know we're gonna see each other equally. We both are the same way, no matter way. Just jump when you wanna take a leap of faith.
Life I've barely spoken. Your words have been so broken. I've been under your hypnosis. Why did I sip that potion? I'm so done with holy ghosting. My birth, it is an omen. Lay me down up in the ocean until you see no motion.
Y'all make sure that you're playing the tree. You know what I mean.
Oh my gosh, watch this.
My skin is black but golden. I'm not here for bragging, boasting.
There's no way that works.
Mind is burning, this is my magnum.
Are you
with me now?
kidding?
Said, are you with me now? Ain't felt this good in a while.
I can't.
They want us to simmer down. Can you hear me now? Am I going in and out? I stop and just look around to see if you're with me now. Tell me, are you with me now? Ready to put it down. Start at the bottom, already forgot them, but they won't forgive me now. You really ain't ready now. You haters just in the crowd. But still I just look around. Are you with me now? Are you with me? Step in the fire, get ready to take it higher. Real coming out your amplifier. Y'all want every black man to be with your pride. Why these people up and turn to shy, huh? Cell phone became your brother.
I have your
Internet
burger,
replace your mother. You leaving homies on red. No wonder all your friends dead. Jealousy was a centerpiece. Some
that is
best
a
friends
violation.
turned to enemies. Sabotage my identity. Why they wanna treat me like a Kennedy? They wanna affect the legacy. Protect the heart. I cut off the extremities. I'll never be another piece in your recipe for social supremacy.
Got three.
Back
in the back. Back here. Throw now.
They want us to simmer down.
Let's go.
Can you hear me now? Am I going in and out? I stop and just look around to see if you're with me now. Tell me, are you with me
Okay,
now?
gotcha. What's your peaking?
Ready to put it down.
Oh my God.
Started
Oh my
the bottom,
goodness.
already
Final
forgot 'em, but they won't
block,
forgive me now.
baby.
You really
We've
ain't ready
completed
now.
it.
You haters just in the crowd. But till I just look around, are you with me now? Are you with me now? Are you with me now? Said, are you with me now? Ain't felt this good in a
Oh my God, I just set a world record.
Frick yeah, baby! 290 to the head! Come on now!
Stop and just look around. See if you
Yes!
tell me how you really now.
Okay,
Ready to
here we
put it
go.
down. Started the fight, I'm ready for battle, but they won't forgive me now. You ready, ready now. You haters just in the crowd. But still I just fuck around. Now you with me now. Now you with me now. I feel it coming now. It's too late to shut it down. Over the mountain now, burning the valley down. I don't know where my mind is. Don't even know what time is. Somebody stop the virus.
Nationers! 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 What is good? Welcome back to another live stream. Nationers, nationers, nationers! What is good? Welcome back, everyone, to another live stream. It is officially 6:07. It's like 60 seconds past 6:07. Nationers, nonetheless, it is great to see you guys in here on a lovely live stream. Like I said, it is 6:07 p.m. on June 23rd, 2025. I hope that you guys are all having a lovely day, Nationers. First and foremost, great to be back. Oh, you know what? My camera settings are off, if I'm not wrong. If you know what? Actually, everything's off. The lights aren't even on. I have completely forgotten. Actually, I do know. Hold on. Nationers, give me a sec. I think maybe I can do this. I don't think I can do this from here. No, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to do info. No, I can't change it from there. I gotta do it manually. Nationers, I gotta do it manually. This is because of recording the podcast, Nationers. Because we're recording the podcast. Hold on. Let me plug you back in. There we go. Let's see if that works. I think that worked. Okay, yeah, Nationers, sorry. Nationers, I do apologize. When I record the podcast, I usually turn the exposure up by 2/3 of a cent. And I was wondering why I looked really bright today. And then I figured out why I looked really bright today. Also, I think, Nationers, this is also just now that I'm streaming. I think I need that. No, oh, now I look too tiny. That might be good. That might be, I think it's okay. Nonetheless, Nationers, great to see you guys back here, back at it for another live stream. Nationers, it's been the first live stream in a while. The last time we were live, we were playing the brand new season 2.5 of Marvel Rivals. And Nationers, it's been quite a time since I've streamed. And I feel like I was like, okay, I got the camera set up. I got everything set up. I need to work on something while I was like slowly getting into the stream mode. And then it was like 6:01. I was like, oh my gosh, Nationers, I'm supposed to be going live right now. So went live and I realized this is why I have the intro. So I could go live for 7 minutes before even anything happens, before the Nationers comes in. Nonetheless, I hope that you guys are all having a lovely day. It is extremely hot in this room. It is 75 outside. So I feel like the best thing to do right now is most definitely not open that window. I feel like we just got to let the AC just kind of cool everything in here, Nationers. Nonetheless, it is great to see you guys in here. I hope that you guys are having a lovely start to your week. It's Monday. Crazy. It's Monday, Nationers. First and foremost, Pork Chop, congratulations on getting that first viewer, by the way. Congratulations. I know I was late, and Late Rue, he made an appearance today, Nationers. Nonetheless, Pork, congratulations on getting that first viewer. We also got Jared back up in the stream, and I'm glad that you're enjoying from the future. I really am. I remember... I love those memes about, like, 9/11, where it's like, well, 9/11, like, it happened, like... way ahead in like China. Why didn't they let us know? Like stuff like that. C Matter, welcome back. Great to see you in here. I know that you were going to eat dinner. He said that he closed Twitch after 6, and I think he's forgetting his life choices right now as he's scarfing down some dinner. On top of that, Estrella, welcome back. Mooney, welcome back. I hope that you guys are doing well. Great to see you guys in here. We also got Isabel back up into the stream. My room is so cold, I'm using a room heater. Would you mind sending a little bit of that cold from your room over here? Because it's pretty hot. I have my door shut. The AC, I hope, is on. My parents, they run the AC unit, the AC heater unit, very interesting. They're like, it's on AC and it's at 70. And I'm like, I don't know if 70 is like AC. That's just like a normal baseline. We don't need to be pumping the house with more 70-degree weather or temperature, right? So all of that to say, a nice 65 at night, it's 70 at night. I'm in bed sweating as I'm trying to sleep. So it's not a great AC unit sometimes. So sometimes I open up the window and I open it up and I let that air come in. I know it's probably not a great idea, but it's the only option I got other than if I'm going to make my parents real upset because they're going to be like, it was extremely cold last night. I'm like, yeah, it was like 67. It's not that cold. So maybe I'll just kind of do that every single night so that it could get really conditioned to it. All of that to say, bro, in the UK, it's 34 degrees. That is extremely hot, if I'm not wrong. 34 Celsius to Fahrenheit. That's 93. Okay, that's pretty hot. Okay, that's pretty hot. I don't know if it's cloudy or not. Cloud obviously helps. If it's not cloudy, that's pretty hot. On top of that, I wouldn't mind switching. I love the heat. Well, that's great because as I'm streaming, every time that I stream during the summer months, especially when it gets hot, my back sweats. So I get really like sweaty on my back, Nationers. Might be a little TMI, but just imagine you've been sitting at a chair for so long. It's not like a hard plastic chair. It's like foam. So like you're gonna like kind of suction cup your back right to it. So Nationers, all of that to say, I'm glad to see you guys back here, back at it for another live stream. I hope that you guys are doing well. We're gonna be back on the good old Skyblock server, Blue League Sky Chunk. We're gonna be back on that. I got some updates with it. You guys are going to be quite surprised at all of the progress that has been made over the last month. The last time we streamed this, by the way, let me see when the last time we streamed this was, because I have the date. VODs, videos, Minecraft. The last time we streamed this was almost a month to the day. It was May 26, 2025. That was the last time that we streamed this specifically. And within those few days, Nationers, we made some progress, Nationers. So let's go ahead and get right into that said progress because, Nationers, I think you guys are going to be shocked by everything that's happened since May 26th to today. Also, since we're talking about temperature, I would love to know, wherever you guys live, how hot it is, because Isabel, you're saying it's 94 in the 90s. Jared's saying it's also 90s. 93.2 is apparently what that is over in the UK. Nationers, I have some music. Okay, I have some music. Let me pop that music in. All that to say, Nationers, it is going to be quite epic today. Because the number one Skyblock island. TikTok, it's interesting. I think Twitter just did like a font rebrand, if I'm not wrong. They just went through like a font rebrand. And also I finally got the next 2 days off after working 7 days straight. And last night I pulled a 10 to 10 shift. I was helping out with inventory after my department and I was working a 7 to 3 shift today. So you basically went to bed and woke back up to go right back to work. Kudos out to you, by the way. Kudos out to you. Also, let me go back here. Sorry, Nationers. Hello? Where you at? Big dog? Where you at, Minecraft? Oh, because we were doing the Vegas. That's why. That's right. And also, not gonna lie, my weather going to be 97. I heard that like the East Coast right now is like extremely hot. I've heard that the East Coast is like extremely hot right now. Alrighty, Nationers, we have made some progress over the last month. Nationers. So a few things to note. By the way, Pork's also saying it's 80 there. That's actually not too bad. That's honestly not too bad, to be honest. By the way, Bailey, what is good? How are you doing today, Bailey? Great to see you in here. How are you? How are you? Nationers, we have made quite some progress. So last time we hopped on, I think we were working on this cactus farm. Now, with this cactus farm, Nationers, this cactus farm, as much as it has made me money, it's made me money. That's 3. Mind you, let's see. Let's see where some of this cactus is lying. Okay, that was like 3. I think that was a 3. How much was that? That was, what number is that? It's like not showing. Okay, that's 2. That's 6 cents that I got there. That's 6 cents that I did not have beforehand. All of that to say, Nationers, also, sugarcane, again, 3 cents every single time it comes through. You guys can see right here, the cactus is coming through. We also have a bunch of mining minions right here, Nationers, as well. These mining minions are superb. Did I limit my... No, I think it's simply just my FPS. Okay. I think looking at this is like literally a FPS cranking. Oh, sorry, Nationers. Sorry, music actually might be a little loud. Let me see if that sounds better, by the way. Also, Bailey, I'm good. Yourself. I'm glad to hear that you're doing good. I am doing well. Had a great day. Guys, hopefully, guys, hey, hold on. I think I got the music. Okay. I forgot that I turned it up. I literally hate how loud... I actually hate how loud the music is compared to what I hear in my headphones, because like I can barely hear this, if that makes sense. I can like barely hear what's going on in my headphones. Hopefully that sounds better. Please let me know. Okay, so Nationers, these things are running quite mightily fine. The reason why I have these going in is because there's a thing with these hoppers. These hoppers move incredibly fast. Let me show you guys here. Blue League upped, I think, some part of the tick rate on the server. As you can see, things are emptying out like super fast. As you can see how much items are like piling in as we speak. So I built the whole system. I'm going to talk to you guys here in a sec about said system. It's going to be great. It's going to be dandy. I have officially closed off the melon farm, by the way. I've officially closed it off. This melon farm does not work. I have since closed it off. There's no more anything here that works. So I've been building over the last month a plan, Nationers, because as of right now, Pork just passed me. Pork, I think, noticed the IS top. And I think Pork was like, you know what? I need to put a few more dollars in, because I think she might have spent a little bit of money. I did it earlier, but I think that's long gone. So, by the way, also, Isabel, thank you so much for the lurk, by the way. Great to see you in here again. And I'm sorry, Pork. I'm sorry about not actually formally responding to the audio. I was just going with the flow, and I was like, I need to explain this. I need to explain this as soon as I get on. Because that's one thing that I've been kind of learning. Because here's the thing. Back in the day when I streamed on like the chunk, I would like try and introduce something, then I get so invested in like what's going on in chat. So I've been like, okay, Jared, you need to focus on what you need to explain first. Then we hop back into the chat. So, Nationers, great to see you guys all in here. There's a few things that I really want to do today. There's going to be a few things that I think are going to be very I don't know why I typed 10. Very valuable to what could be an insane island. So as you guys can see over here, I've done a little bit of testing here. Kobe Weaver, thank you so much for leaving some likes to the live stream, and most importantly, thank you so much for joining the nation, the realest community on the internet. Kobe Weaver, great to see you in here, my guy. Much love out to you. Hopefully you're doing well, and welcome in, Kobe. I've done some testing here, Nationers. I've done some testing. As you guys can see, if this thing were to go off, okay, let me just show you guys the tests that I've done, okay? Let me show you guys the tests. Okay, so that's gonna make it come back. See the rabbits there? Boom. Now it's back off. And now these rabbits are forever in this water. Now, yes, some of them might see me. Some of them, you know, might start getting added to this pile. But what I've done here, Nationers, is I've concocted a death trap to instantly kill any rabbit that goes through it. The reason why I did that specifically was because, yes, they continually pile up, which is great. Don't get me wrong. It is great that they do pile up, but I would prefer if they actually do fall to their death, because it eliminates anything that I need to do. And regardless of how big the pile is, I can make a stack of 64 and I could just instantly drop it. Yes, more is too much, because if there's 2 hoppers down there or just a singular hopper, right? It's going to start overfilling, right? I'm not going to be able to get all of the items that I need. So there is a balance to this. And I think that's what I'm going to be doing today. And also YZ250, I'm actually not the owner of it. One of my viewers, Blue League, who is on the server right now, he is actually the owner of it. YZ25, welcome in, by the way. Great to see you in here. And also, I haven't been at Minecraft in forever. I've been so busy with work and finding a place to move to. I know that you mentioned in the past that that's been your plans. And I'm glad that they've actually been plans that you've been working on. I know you've been working, hopefully getting enough money so you can move, and all of the good things that involve that. So wishing you well with that, Isabel, as always. Thank you again so much for the lurk. And of course, Porkchop had to come in and snipe. I did pass Blue League. So I had a whole plan, Nationers. I had like a whole secret area. And I was cooking. You guys will never know what's behind any of this. I have completely encased this thing. There are blocks in there that you guys will never know, okay? So, also, I need a server that's good. Is this the one? I would say so. If you like Skyblock, this is definitely the one. Like, there's a bunch of cool things that you could do in here. A bunch of island missions, a bunch of island upgrades to kind of better your island. Also minions, all of that. So if you enjoy stuff like this is definitely the server for you, by the way, YZ. And also, Gaha, hello. You probably don't remember me. Was like a year since I've been here. Gaha, I definitely will say I very much recognize the username, Gaha. And most importantly, I hope that you are doing well. Welcome back into another live stream. And also, they should add that you could visit your friend's one. You actually can. Someone, Manny, right now is actually visiting my island right now. So, YZ, you could absolutely visit other people's islands. That is very possible. And also, I will wait about 30 seconds for Isabel's message. So, Nations, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of my melon farm here, because we're not going to be using this as much as we are going to be using other things a part of this island. So, yeah. And also, Cade Hubner, what is good? Welcome back, my guy, in YZ250. Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. And welcome to the nation. Welcome to the realist community on the internet. 07 up to you, my friend. Welcome in. And also, Isabel, you're hoping to move out, should be able to find a place and move out mid-September or late September. Okay. Well, at least September you have somewhat of a date, which is really nice. So wishing you well with that, because I know even friends of mine that have moved, it can be a little tricky, especially because you're like, you look at all the stuff you have and you're like, oh, that's a lot of things that I own. So I'm just wishing you well with everything that you got going on with that move. And I hope that it continues to be good. So yeah, also Jared, am I the only one not getting ads? Jared, you might be the only one not getting ads. Do not Twitch this, okay? Twitch is like, you know what, we're gonna serve you 20 minutes worth of ads. That's what they're going to do. Also, I actually should get rid of all of these. This is what I should be doing right now. And also, yes, Mike, what is good? Welcome back, my guy. How are you doing today? Great to see you in here. And most importantly, YZ250. I want to visit yours. You're more than welcome to. Ah, Pork got that. Pork has like so many, she has so many things. That is one of them. She has so many good key entries. Like I watched her like go through like a bunch of keys. I have a little over a stack, but hers is like on a different level, guys. Okay, on a different level. And also Gahai recently moved as well. So I wish that TikTok fellow the best. Oh, Gaha, it's actually also in Twitch. But yeah, Gaha, how was your move, by the way? And also, no worries, Gaha. I recognize your username, by the way. However, welcome back. Great to see you in here again, Gaha. You got a stack and a half? Okay. I've been just getting most of mine like off camera, if that makes sense. And also, Mike, thank you so much, my guy. I appreciate that a ton. I'm glad that you find my hair very luscious today. I'm glad. And some team members don't like that, not J-Rod. Wait, also got bored on my island, J-Rod, and some members don't like that, or not. Are you on an island with a team, Manny? Do I remember that correctly? And also, Thomas Edinburgher, what is good? How are you doing today? Armani, welcome back. How are you doing today? Great to see you guys both here. Hopefully you guys are doing well. I think the easy thing to do this, because I don't really want to do this again, is just to do this, because then I could grab both items. So yeah, my sub might end soon. Manny, oh no. And also, I didn't realize they were in Twitch chat. No, you're all good, Gaha. Sometimes it's hard to tell, especially when I am multi-streaming too. That is a very valid excuse, of course. And also, YZ, if you do join, which I believe you did, you could do island warps with an S on the end, and you should be able to click mine. My username is it is just Jared Hathaway. And you should be able to join in and join that island warp, which I believe you should be able to do. And I just looked at one of your clips and instantly got tits on my screen, Jared. Did you get the melons? Did you get the melons from Supermarket Simulator? I feel like you might have. That is a clip that I do remember, actually. Not because... It actually might be because of the boobs. Because I recently looked at it like a few weeks ago. Maybe like a few months ago when I was putting together... I was trying to find clips for the intro, maybe. So maybe like a few months ago, actually. And yeah, that... I do remember that. And also, Mike, this is the same world with a ceiling map. It is not, Mike. We are actually on a Skyblock server right now. A fascinating sentence out of context. I hope that my explanation made context, because I think it got clipped, like somebody clipped it, and I don't know if it like got instantly featured or whatnot. I don't exactly remember the story of like how it came to be. But yes, also YZ sounds good. I saw that you just joined in, by the way. Hopefully you enjoy the 24 chickens right there. But YZ, welcome in again. I need to get rid of a bunch of stuff here. Let me actually turn these, because I get more money from seeds than I do actual melons. And I will very much say, since you can make crafters, especially like this, I might end up making a melon farm again. I'm gonna move this one technically, but I might make one again, to be honest. But the hard part was just like collecting the items. That was kind of the hard part. See, Nada, welcome back, by the way. How was your dinner? I'm destroying the glass now. We just have a giant hole that I don't really need here. So yeah. And yes, Simata, we are back on the Sky Chunk. Also, Nationers, I did mention that when we ended off last month, I ended with, I don't remember my balance, but I have $444 million as of right now. That puts me third overall as of right now. Now, I've seen Boss have $1 billion, I've seen Pork have $1 billion, and I've seen them go up and down crazy amounts. They are producing a lot of money right now. It's kind of crazy, to be honest. It is kind of crazy. So, on top of that, also, Santi, welcome in. What is AI generated in this video? Santi, that's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering the same thing. Balance killed it. There's a few things that definitely killed the economy. But generally, it happens. And quality of life, I think, definitely took over. Got that one. By the way, Wiz, what's good? Great to see you in here, by the way, my guy. And also, I know, it still says that I'm AI-generated content. It did it on my podcast. It's done it on literally every basis that it could have. It's literally just said, like, yeah, we think you're AI-generated content. Mind you, I have been cooking up that one for a long time. So that was a long one in the making, by the way. I'm going to go ahead and put those ones in there. I just made an insane farm. I'm just wondering what type of farm you made. Because if I look at Island Top, like, it's not much. You know what I mean? Like, you have creepers, you have zombies. It's not like much. You know what I mean? So, I wonder if it is like something that I'm not aware. And it might be more like farm related. Now, mind you, I haven't touched any of my farms since like last year. Or last month, that is. So yeah, maybe that could be it. But that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. And also, Bailey, I have a story about the photography company. Is this the one that you worked for, Bailey? By the way, it was supposed to be even crazier, but I couldn't figure it out. And I know you're not going to let me teleport to your base. I know you're not. Because that would be almost just like inside information that I would now have. And you probably don't want that. So I'll figure it out. Not until I cover up my farm. That's very fair. That's very fair. Which, I mean, you absolutely could. Which I think would give it the scale. I think your best bet is to never let me come over. But, Nationers, a few things that I've added. I've added kind of a steep cow farm and a sheep farm, which is how I found out. I was like, oh, okay, so if I actually let them all drop, they drop a bunch of items. So, like, if, let's say, I think I have a 64 one up here. Let's say this one right here. This is 62 and 64. Let's see if any of these ones go. They absolutely should. That's 133 cows, and they all just died, as you can see. You could see the leather, you could see the beef there, and look at how much of that there is. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for. I haven't seen all the clips, and the car falling is the best one. Is it the one where I'm on the ice, and I'm like, no, 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 no. Like, there's a whole bunch, it's like Trackmania. I'm in Trackmania. That one, oh, Jared Speed Hathaway, rest in peace. Okay, so Bailey, here's the story. I went to my friend's graduation, and 2 photographers I used to work with were there taking photos. Okay. I'm listening. I feel like there's definitely more to this. Maybe that's just it. But I feel like there's definitely more to this. Let me go ahead. There we go. And also, I'm having big hopper issues, though, and I don't know how to fix it. Well, I know that you also mentioned that your things were getting clogged. This is what mine looks like. So what I typically do is I do this. Because then it's just the first item and this one continues to fill up, if that makes sense. But the hard part is if I'm not there, and they're not spawning in, then as you can see, they all just instantly go down. That's kind of the hard part because you need to hope that there's enough items. It worked really well when there was just one, which I might make that the case where there's only one, which I probably should. But we're getting lots of money right now. I don't know. I think maybe I already clicked this. $5 million. That's lovely to see. And also, how exactly would a silly fellow like me join the server? So, Gaha, in the title of the stream is the IP. It's playskychunk.com. Oh, it's actually playskychunk, not play dot. I did type that wrong. Playskychunk.com. So, if you do want to play, the IP is there, and we're on 121 version of Minecraft. Okay, so I have done a bunch of analysis. Basically, Ren's just added more farms. Okay, very nice. Very nice. This was me also testing out the values because the values actually did change. The values actually did change. So I need to find out what the most valuable one is per dollar. And you'd be shocked at actually which one it is. So yeah. Are you ever going back to your other world? Diego, what is good? Actually, so the Chunk SMP, that world actually did conclude, Diego. So we actually are not doing anything more on that world, if that makes sense, Diego. Oh, he got it right before me. So we're actually not going to be going back to that server. Oh, no. Oh, do I not have enough room? Oh, goody. All right. I guess I don't have enough room. I thought I did. I guess I just was a few stacks short. Oh, goody. There we go. Yeah, I was a little late. I was a little late to actually saying it. Okay, let's go here. Let's go ahead and deposit. I'll just go ahead and toss all of this. There we go. Cool. And yeah, we're getting a lot of money out of this. I actually moved my cellar over here just because this was a nice area to have it. I probably should have just put my cellar low key, I should have just put my cellar like right here because I AFK here like anyways, instead of like having to go all the way over and then clicking that. So I really have not done like any work since we last played other than added a bunch of spawners, extended this. I've done nothing to the cactus farm because we're going to be doing a little bit of that today. On top of that, also a little bit with the with this as well. Super excited about this one. So it's going to be kind of a lot, but I am super duper excited. And on top of that, if you ever make another SMP, I'd love to join. I've been meaning to join an SMP. Well, Gaha, have you submitted an application to the Chunk SMP? Not that like you need to right now, but I would absolutely love you to be a part of it. And Bailey, is there any more to that drama, or is it just that like you saw the ops? You saw the ops. Pork, thank you, by the way. Did you know the seller maxes out at 100 mil? I did not. The highest I've seen it is at like 22 mil. I'm assuming you've probably seen it at like 100 mil and been like, oh, this thing's not getting any higher, isn't it? Diego, I would love to, maybe not this next season, but in the future, my goals are, I would definitely love for that to be that in the future. Absolutely. Oh, you learn that the hard way. That's always the worst, isn't it? Really, it's always the worst. So, Nationers, as you guys may know, a double chest here, okay? A double chest like this has 8 different inputs. It has 1 right there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on all the outside edges, and 2 on the top. Which, if you look at this chest right here, it has all 8 connections being used as we speak. Okay? So I still want to utilize that in a new light. That's what I would love to do. Now, as you can see, there's a bunch of stuff coming in. We have all the cactus, we have all the wool, we have all the gunpowder, we have all of the rabbit stuff coming in. It's a lot of money. As you can see here, Nationers, even then, I just made 74 grand in that little amount of time. I believe that this could be better, by the way. And also, speaking of better, I'm just better. Welcome in. Great to see you in here. And also, Bailey, I texted one of them and no response. That's crazy, Bailey. That's That's crazy. I mean, I am the one to kind of be like, you done me wrong. You done me wrong. And you're going to know that you did me wrong. Because if you ever need anything, nope. Nope, 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 nope. It's a little bit of a grudge, but I'm just better. Thunder God and Stymir, welcome all in. Welcome back to the stream. I hope that you guys are all doing well. And also, I'm going to add some pizzazz to the island. Very nice. I would definitely love to take a look. By the way, Kippy's been cooking up an island that's like really, really cool. As you guys may know, this is still the same island, like, border that we had last month. I have not updated it, but we will be updating it for things said today, Nation. That's what we will be doing. And also 37 minutes and no ads. It must be the future perk. It might be. And also, Steinmeier, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Welcome to the nation. Welcome to the realist community on the internet. I hope you're doing well. I'm just better. I mean, you certainly can if you would like to. Just, if you read the description, you're going to get all 3 answers. The description and the questions, a part of that, are all there because if you miss them, then I know that you did not read the description. And that's usually just it, just better. If you want to, you're more than welcome to. And also, Smokes, what is good? Welcome back. How you doing today? Welcome into the stream. My day's going well, Smokes. It's been going really, really well. How has your day been? And also, Catseal, what is good? Welcome in. It might be pronounced Cats, but welcome in. And also, then we have the mini mining system, and then the cactus farm. I think Manny's over at his island here right now. But Thunder God, welcome back. How you doing today? Great to see you in here. Also, I fully maxed out all of my minions, by the way. Fully maxed them out. Level 10 is apparently the creme de la creme thing, level that they could get to. So the reason why this is the way that it is. So let me go ahead. I'm going to, because these blocks are going to go back anyways. Let me grab like a few blocks here. Let me just grab like a crap ton of blocks. Let me turn these all into this. So the reason why this goes through and I have a redstone circuit going through is because if I, as you guys can see, this is kind of hardly filled. If I were to put all of those in, it automatically creates them. once they hit a full 9 or anytime that this hits, because what happens is if this is off, right? If this is off, let me place that there. Let me get rid of that. As this continues to go through, let me grab a few blocks from here, actually. You know what? These are all going to get turned into blocks anyways. So let me go here. Let me put all of these into here. As you can see, it's not creating, Nationers. It's not creating. What's Markiplier doing on TikTok? We're here, Katzel. A lot of people do say that I look like Markiplier. But Katzel, welcome in. I hope that you're doing well. Most importantly, I hope that you're having a great day. And also, Smokes, I'm glad to hear that you're having a good day as well. Great to see you in here. And most importantly, welcome back, Smokes. Much love. And Thunder God, I'm glad to hear that you're doing good. Great to see you in here again, guys. Hopefully everything has been good in Life Nationers. And great to see a lot of you guys back up into another live stream. I know I haven't been live a whole lot this month, so thank you guys again so much for tuning in. So as you guys can see, it doesn't create them. So what happens is it gets clogged. It just gets clogged because off chance that there's a bunch of diamonds that come through, it gets clogged. So what I've devised is I watched the tutorial and he basically did this. He added a redstone piston complex into this and then did this. This is my own because I just needed a clock, if that makes sense. I just needed a clock to go through. And as you can see, watch all 21 of these. Watch all of them. As you can see, they start going down now because there's a redstone current going and turning off. It's turning on and off. And as you can see, it's turning into something like that. So I might actually make this a little bit slower, actually. Because it is kind of fast. And I don't really need it to be like going like rampant, if you know what I mean. So that's something that I am thinking about. I'm just going to slow them down because they're going to make them anyways. They're going to make them anyways. As you can see, the little thing here. And look at that was a lot of emeralds that just came through. That was absolutely a ton of emeralds that just came through. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing with that crafting. I'm sure some people might take that idea if they want to. I've been doing mostly an ethical diamond block. I think I maybe bought like 10,000 of these, maybe early on because a bunch of people were. And so I was trying to keep my numbers like looking like, because then I didn't want to be too inconspicuous on what was back here. And also you look like him, talk like him. It's like you're an exact version of him. Not being mean, no, Castle, thank you. No, and by no means, I would never think that you were being mean by that message. So do not stress by that, Castle. Great to see you in here. A lot of people have said, especially on the TikTok side, that I look like Markiplier. So I'm flattered and honored, Castle. Thank you so much, by the way. I had that idea, but I'm dumb and lazy, so I didn't do it. And as you can see, that's how many emeralds I have. All of this is actually public, so like I can share all of these. Like if you go to mine, you can see how many of each block I have. So like that, I'm not hiding. So yeah, those things are pretty interesting. Gaha also joined in. Welcome in, by the way. So yeah, as you can see, those are some of the ones that we've added in. Blue League might also be back. He might be back from work. I'm not too sure. But the idea behind this is for them with these guys to drop and for them to die and go into a hopper so that we're not spending a bunch of time like having them just continually pile on. Mind you, look at this one. Can you guys see that number? Comma right there. Comma right there. This is almost 3 million rabbits, by the way. 3 million rabbits, by the way, Nationers. That is insane. That is nuts. That is not supposed to be that way. It's not the way that things should be, okay? Not the way that things should be. Almost 3 million. It's a lot. It is a lot. Also, bro, this is too hard. I give up. Were you building some farms? I know that you want to add some pizzazz. I know Ren's built the farms. Were you adding some pizzazz to that? I feel like at this point you need to reach out to Markiplier and tell him that you are a lookalike. I should. Maybe we can. Maybe it might be some like Reddit. Maybe it might be some second channel stuff. Maybe. You know what? Let me write that down. There we go. And also, I only have 4 million rabbits, but it should be really more because I was at 2 million weeks ago. I'm surprised it got this high. I also, for the longest time in the island upgrades, I did not turn on the spawn rate. I did not do that. That was like one thing I did not do, which I should do. The hard part about this is I can't have all of these guys like just dropping down. You know what I mean? I can't have these guys dropping down. What I might do, this is a thought. What I might do is if I could make a system exactly like this, have them shuttled over, shot up, shuttled over, and then drop down. That's what I might end up doing. I was trying to add a staircase into a little house / chamber, but I couldn't get the stupid stair to go at an angle. Oh my goodness. The one thing is because they're not dying here. That's like the one thing. They don't die. They have to die to soul campfires, as you guys can see. But if I have everything instantly drop to die, we're good. We're good. We are so good. So that's going to be some plans that I have. This cactus farm I have plans with. I have a lot of plans with this cactus farm, by the way, Nationers. A lot of plans with this cactus farm. I think a lot of this is going to start shifting a little bit down. It's not going to be the prettiest look and feel of things, but it should be the right idea. Where in the world are my hoppers? I also, by the way, island upgrades, I maxed out. I can now have 275 hoppers. Mob drops is maxed out. Minecart hoppers, might as well max that one out too. The one thing that I really want to do today, Nationers, is actually the border size. That's what I really want to do. So that's, I think, going to be most of my plans for today, actually. As you can see. Hi, Caitlin! Oh, yeah, this thing is huge. Oh, my goodness. Guys, Unc comes out of retirement for one day, I see. I didn't come out of retirement. I came out of, something. I came out of something. But boss, welcome back. How are you doing today? Also, Skittles, welcome back. How are you doing today, Skittles? Hold on. What song was that last song? I'm getting rid of the song. I don't want the song in this playlist. It's too bad of a song. I don't like it at all. And also, I'm gonna just AFK in your base for no reason at all. Well, thank you. Thank you, C-Matter. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed the chickens. Hope you enjoyed the eggs. And also, Danny, welcome in. Thank you so much for leaving some likes on the live stream. Skittles, haven't seen you in a minute. I'm glad to hear that you're doing good, by the way, Skittles. It's great to see you back in here. Also, Danny, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Welcome to the nation. Welcome to the realist community on the internet. Mind you, I have 535 hours on here, okay? 535 hours. That's a lot of hours, by the way, Nationers, okay? It's a lot of hours that I've been AFKing over the last month. I think, if I'm not wrong, last time we played I had a little north of 100? I think so. Poor's got 615. That's insane. Oh my gosh. You know what the worst part is? Minecraft updated on my laptop, and now I can't open up Minecraft on my laptop, which is like god-awful. I'm just like, oh my gosh, why do you gotta do this to me? So yeah, by the way, Maya, what is good? How you doing today? Aura Farmer, what is good? Welcome in. And also Skittles, again, it's great to see you in here, by the way. Maya, welcome back. The chickens, I hope that you guys are enjoying a lot of the chickens, especially in the AFK area. I'm going to expand this, I promise, Nationers. I think once I get everything, I'm going to do like a... I think what I'm going to do is I think I want to do like one above the area, just so that you guys can kind of see everything from top down. No AFKing while on trips anymore. Yeah. I was doing that at state and whatnot, and it was quite fun. I was just like over at track doing like, I was just AFKing. So yeah, it kind of became a little bit of a hassle. I'm just like, oh crap, I hate it here, but I can't do that anymore. And also, Maya, it's nice to be back, but how have you been? I am doing well, by the way, Maya. How are you doing? How have you been? I know it has been a bit. I know some of the streams hadn't gotten pushed as normally as they used to, so it's great to see you guys back in here. Oh no, Estrella, thank you again so much for being here. Much love out to you. Much love, much love. I don't think I could do my rewards yet. I think I could do those in about 3 hours, yeah. By the way, Catherine, hi from New Zealand. Hello from the United States. Catherine, how are you doing today? Great to see you in here. Happy morning to you. Nations, we got a lot of blocks in here. I'm going to keep those ones cooking, to be honest. We have so many chests that they could go through. I think I would like to condense a little bit of the hopper fiasco here. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for. The hard part is I technically could have a block there. I just didn't want any of this to get in the way of any of this. That was kind of the one thing. I didn't want like redstone things to be crossing paths. So yeah, I think I could move that one forward and save 2 hoppers, which I'm sure would be nice. Don't necessarily need it right now. How many things are together? Yes, so for anyone just tuning in and kind of curious about like what in the world am I looking at right now? You're looking at a concoction. You're looking at a Skyblock efficiency machine. So if I AFK right here, that activates those spawners up there. That spawner, the spawner that's right around this corner, that spawner way back there, as you can see. All of these spawners, row your boat. A cactus farm, a sugarcane farm, and everything gets funneled in via water. So these go into a tunnel. These ones all go into there. And it all feeds into this system down here. Feeds into this double chest right here. So you could see the sugarcane come in. All of the cactus. You could see all of it coming in. And so you could see some of the bones. You could see some of the items that are coming in as we speak. And so this is it. This is basically what you see when it comes to this. This is everything. So, rabbit, cactus or sugarcane line here. I'm sure maybe I could grab like 1 cactus or some sugarcane maybe. Maybe. They're pretty fast. As you can see, this is the cows and sheep. Some more rabbit in here, some more rabbit in there, rabbit in... one of these is actually... Yeah, this one's actually the more mob farm-esque. So everything goes into this. So yeah, it's quite the concoction, Mia. Yes. How do you come up with these contraptions? The one thing I've learned about redstone is just like understanding where it gets fed to. So like understanding this, like making sure that these don't touch, understanding this. So like all that I did, think about it like Legos. Redstone to me is very much like Legos. So how this thing works, if I were to stop it here, if I were to stop this, right? You normally put a redstone thing there. You normally put redstone right there. And so imagine all of this is gone. You have a redstone dust right there on the ground. What that would do is it would have made a block right then. But instead of doing that, which actually I could actually do this, actually. Oh, I might have not broken it fast enough. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm going to have to do that with a torch. But as you can see, it would make blocks. But the issue with that was, and the issue that I had, I was like, well, it's not, like, it gets clogged. As you can see, like, let's say, okay, here we go. Let's do this. Let me grab this. Let me grab that. I just showed this earlier, so imagine I do that. It's not making any blocks right now, but if I start getting rid of some of the blocks, right? It's gonna maybe, it made one, but it didn't make anything else. And so that's an issue. So what I did was I just added a clock going into a piston to give it a circuit, if that makes sense. And all that it does is now, if you can see this, it starts making these blocks. And then those all go down because it gets sorted into this chest, as you can see here. Goes into this chest, down through here. And then it goes to a full line of these. And so It's just kind of like Legos to me. I need to add something to make something. If I want to build like a rotating wheel, yeah, I could have like a normal wheel and I can use it with my hand, but if I want something with like a rotor on it, I can make something with that. So different things like that really fascinate me, and so I just added a nice little clock that goes just like that. And then it pushes to give a current to this, and that current goes through this block and into this. And as you can see by this red arrow here, so yeah. And then same thing on this side. So once these come through, as you can see, it overfilled, but it still made a block because it's getting a current. So yeah, Jared, I've been playing Storm recently. I suck with her, but she's fun. I played her during her like peak when she got like the huge damage boost in like season 1. And yes, it is most definitely very much an auto crafter that we have been cooking up. We have been cooking up over here. But yeah, that's kind of how that works. And we're going to be working on, specifically today, I really want to set out to make, to fill out this entire island, by the way. Really want to fill out this entire island today. That's my goal. And I think that's going to be my goal because then we can set up for some big stuff tomorrow and in future days as well. Do I have a cutter at all? I don't think I actually have a cutter. Is there a cut? There is a stone cutter in here. And maybe I already have a cutter. What's going on? Why do I hear... Why do I hear like eggs getting tossed? I can't be the only one hearing that, right? I can't. By the way, whoever that is picking up the eggs. It's like just like right here. What is going on? And also, Maya, so on the server... Oh, it was just Manny. Wait. Oh, Manny, stand next to those eggs. Can you stand right there? Can you stand next to those eggs, Manny? No, stand next to him, Manny. Stand next to him if you can. Oh, no, this isn't Manny. This is... Oh. This is Seamatter. Oh, yeah. It's because he's trying to pick up the eggs, but he can't actually pick them up. And also, Dozer. I'm streaming on Fubu, actually, Dozer. So, Maya, the one reason why I can is because I do have a rank on the server called the Nationer rank, and you can actually redeem that if you are a nation and actually do join based on these streams. So yeah, sorry. That was not Manny, by the way. No, you're all good, Seamatter. I'd only hear it when I'm like super close, so you're completely fine. That makes a lot more sense now because I was only hearing it when I was like right here and not anywhere else. I was like, did I get pranked with a bunch of eggs again? Also, yeah, so my main goal today, Nationers, is to get a bunch of these stone bricks placed. That's my main goal, by the way, Nation. That is like legit my main goal. So that's what we're going to be doing today, Nationers, okay? That's what we're going to be doing today. And to do that, I'm going to need to go here. I think there are... Let's buy a whole... Okay, let's do that for now. We're going to start over here, Nationers. And mind you, I will be taking a little bit of a loss money-wise, but this will pay itself dividends in the future, I promise. I promise, Nationers, it is. By the way, did Pork just get... How many minion keys did she just get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minion keys? Holy goodness. That's insane. I have about a stack and a half as well. I might try and see what I can get. Not that I think I'd get anything really, really good. 5 out of 64. Oh, and that was just a 64. Oh, goody. All right, let's make the outside of this. All she does is answer questions all night. That's... Yeah. Yup. That's typically what happens. Yeah, you know, I'm not even going to try when people are on right now. I remember your renovation streams. Those were my favorite. Maya, you're talking about the house flipping streams. I will say those streams were a ton of fun. I very much enjoyed those streams. Yes, the house flipping. I wonder if they're going to make a House Flipper 3. They honestly should. Like, House Flipping 3 is, like, low-key. Like, there were some things that I really liked about House Flipper 1. that I did not like about in House Flipper 2. But overall, I will say, I think both games were really, really good. And I really enjoyed, like, playing them. Now, if I were to go back, I would try and 100%. I would buy every single property and I would try and renovate it. It would be rough, but I think we could do it. I think it would be really rough, but I think we could do it. Because it was a ton of fun. I think the hard part is like there was one thing that I really loved about House Flipper 1 that like really annoyed me in House Flipper 2. And also, C-Matter, let me get to the corner here real fast. Because on Twitch, C-Matter just redeemed Jump on Bed. He wanted to do it while I was doing it during my IRL live stream. He mentioned it. Or Jump on the Bed or Dig Straight Down. He mentioned both. Let me go ahead and jump onto the bed here really fast, Nationers. Because C-Matter wants me to. He really wants me to right now. Nationers, okay. Here we go. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Oh. Very nice. Thank you, C-Matter, for that, by the way. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know what? We're going to stand today, Nationers. We're going to stand. We're going to stand today. We are going to stand today. Skittles, thank you. I'm glad the jump looked good, by the way. I'm glad it did. I hope it did. I hope it impressed you guys. I train for moments like this. I really do. I really do train for moments like this. I think that's good. I think that's good. Oh, now I look so tiny. Now I look so short. Let me do that. There we go. Let me get the focus on me real fast. There we go. And also, Pork is flabbergasted we passed her on Bal Top. Is she actually? Hold on. Let me go over to Bal Top. That is actually really funny right now. Bluely just said that Pork is flabbergasted that Boss just passed her on Bal Top. It is kind of crazy. I wonder what systems. I'm surprised that you guys would have shared your guys' secrets with each other. Maybe you guys are duking it out. Now I gotta pass. Now I gotta pass back up. Oh, apparently she's not. And C-Matter, you did get me standing, by the way. That's typically what happens when I do the jump on the beds. I'm like, you know what? I feel like I need to stand now. I feel like I need to stand. And also, Xander the Beast, will you check out From Another Time by Xander the Beast, either off or on live, please? Xander, I'm assuming that's a song that you made? I've been kind of surprised. I was a little curious about, I mean, I understand why all of the values changed per block and prices changed of them, but I was very, I was like doing it and I was like, wow, I'm not going up as much as I used to. And then I had to check again. I was like, oh, okay. So it got more expensive and the value went down. I was like, this is great. This is fantastic. Well, Xander, I will have to check out From Another Time. Is it on your profile? Can I find it on your profile? Where can I find it, by the way? Bro, can my collector minion stay working? Pork, look at the definition of it greatly surprised. Looked at the definition of it greatly surprised or astonished. She was flabbergasted, Nationer. She was very much flabbergasted. That's what I've heard. Okay, there we go. I legit hinted to you when you did it. You might have. I think you might have. I was doing a whole bunch of stuff and I was like, oh, I think things like are changed. And I was like, I didn't see any update on Discord. I just kind of had to, take the punches that I saw there. I was like, oh crap. I should have just grinded for like a few hours. And it kind of sucks. I will say I thought it was a little shady that Blue League and Boss's Island got up to like 46,000 million. I think it's million. And then like they changed and I was like, oh, this is going to be a rough climb. Cause then what I was doing, I was like, oh, this is rough. He changed the values. Copper might not be worth it. He used. Oh, by the way, also Gahan, thank you so much for applying, by the way. I'll probably get back to you probably once we get a little bit closer to said release date and whatnot. So yeah, Mr. Jones, right now on the Skyblock server that I'm on, I'm currently placing a perimeter around the entire area to kind of build almost a mega base as of right now, so I have a little bit more area to expand. To be fair, he didn't cheat because he recalculated all the islands after he changed the values and ours went down a little bit. I was surprised that there was a recalculation with it, though. That's what I was kind of... I just think that without any, like, update to it, that was kind of the hard part. That was kind of the hard part. Because I was like, it just happened. There wasn't like, hey, you have up until... It would have been nice, especially for those that actually kind of cared. I'm sure most people didn't. But I think just like, hey, tonight I'm changing some of the values, or I'm changing the values at said point. Because obviously it is kind of hard being the owner and doing stuff. I get it. I understand it. But if anything, I don't know if they're back on top with it. Oh, yeah, they're now back on top with it. So Nationers, I started today on top. I'm now at third place right now. Yeah, I used a bunch of copper and whatnot too. I think the nether did get fixed. To be fair, it's pretty easy to use ChatGPT to get them. Also, I told you, Jared, for that reason. That's fair. That's fair. But I was just like, oh, I was probably maybe at 20, maybe a little south of 20, maybe. And I was like, oh my gosh. Because imagine building that gap and then like, you're like, oh, well, now everything changed. So like the work that you had to put in to get that gap, let's say it's 25 million. That's going to take 4 times as long or like 5 times as long. So yeah. Not that it's like a bad thing. I mean, we've obviously regrouped since, so it's not the worst case scenario. See, I think the hint, I don't recall exactly the exact hint. I'm not a hinty type person. You gotta tell me, or I'm not ever gonna get it. Like, imagine, this has happened so many times. Like in my life, you have to tell me directly that things are going to happen, or this is happening, or I'm going to do this. You can't be like, oh, I think I might like book a trip like to like Hawaii. Oh, cool. That's awesome. Oh, like what are your plans like in the next week? You know, like you can't beat around the bush like that. It's gotta be like, you tell me directly, like this is happening. I think the values might change. You know what we learned for next time? And it's not like the worst case scenario. At least all of the items are pretty even from $1 per value standpoint. So that's kind of nice. And also I need schedule or my brain fries. That's very true. Like I said, like imagine if somebody came up to you, like your best friend was like, oh, I'm thinking about going to Hawaii like next month. What are your plans next month? You know? Oh, I don't know. I might go on a hike or something. You know? Like, and then 2 weeks later being like, oh, I want to invite you to Hawaii in 2 weeks. Oh, sorry, I've already booked a trip. Like, you got it, you know, like stuff like that. Also, many thoughts on KD. Very interesting. Trade, by the way. Kind of surprised that they did it just on like the day of Game 7. They were like, you know what? Screw Game 7. We're just gonna do it down there. Would you call this too subtle? Oh, goody. Okay, to be fair, boss, that might have also happened. That might have also happened like right as I already figured it out. I might have like already figured it out by that point, if that makes sense. Oh, Blue League, I've already done the math for it. I've already got a whole Excel sheet full of them. Maybe not of them, but like of the blocks per their price for their value. You kept them very even, by the way. I can tell that you probably also did that as well. But then I would have figured it out by then. Because then it already would have happened. That's the thing, boss. Like, that's the thing that it would have already happened. Well, then I probably wasn't on or didn't care at the time. Of like, maybe I'll just check them out. It's not important. You're gonna be you have to be like, he's changing it. Let's see what the message said. He also changed some of the values. But you're already talking like it already happened. See, if that was 30 minutes after it changed, then it didn't matter. It didn't matter. Everything has to be before. I can't change something that's already happened. That's the thing that I'm saying. And also, by the way, it's LJBNKY. Welcome in, by the way. Aaron, also, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Welcome to the nation. Oh, 7 up to you, my friend Aaron. Welcome to the realist community on the internet. And also... by the way, it's LJB. How am I flying? I have a rank on the server, by the way. Oh, and I've ran out. I'm officially confused. Just saying, I tried to warn you. No, you didn't warn me because you already told me that it already changed. The item values already changed. So how did you warn me? It's not like I spent a bunch of money afterwards. I just checked at the values and was like, oh, okay. Well, I guess this block isn't as valuable anymore per dollar. So I just changed the numbers on my Excel and then come to know that it's like the worst one possible. So then I just flipped the script and I just did something different. So everything happened, it had already happened. That's the part. That's the part that was kind of rough. It had already happened. Let's buy some more. Oh, Jesus Christ, Nationers. That was not stacks. I need to buy stacks. Okay, there we go. And also, did you want him to read the future and know Blue was going to change it before he changed it? See, that's what I was saying. I think an update would have been nice of we are going to be changing the values within the next day. If you find it valuable to your time, this would be an update. Mind you, I also think it's great that he just did it on the whim. You know what I'm saying? I think the hard part again is that Blue knows that he's going to do it. So he has every right to just go ahead. And again, no shame on him. He has every right to be oh, I know that I'm going to do this at some point, so I'm gonna inflate my island value in this case, and then just change it. And he has every right to do that. Sure, it might be a little shady, you know what I'm saying? From my perspective, it was me trying to warn you before you spent a lot of money on it. But the thing was, I didn't spend a lot of money on it. That was the thing. See, but it was on a whim. I hate that I'm flying too fast. But it was on a whim. He didn't know he wanted to do it till he did it. That's very fair. They were replacing 5 minutes. Oh, that's where I'm because I remember seeing the island value just go crazy. I was oh my gosh, we were in the mix and then they just shot up to 45 mil. And I was what in the world? How did that happen? And then come to know right after it that had happened. But copper was definitely the big one. Right, what is good? Welcome back. How you doing today? And also Nessie. We have been playing on this for 535 hours. That's how much hours we poured into this island. Most of that being AFK though, by the way, Nessie. Welcome in, by the way. Great to see you in here. Well, then it was just me being nice to you then if it didn't help you. I mean, I was just wow, 15 grand per stack, that's not bad. I'll put a bunch of money into it. And then, I mean, yeah, if you change the values, then I'm well, then I just looked at all the values. So then I just placed all the blocks again over there. And it wasn't really as worth it. I was well, copper's the worst one. So I as much as I think it was oh, he changed the values, I think I would have figured it out because I think not long after that, I did like a few coppers and I was like, man, I'm not moving up as much and I'm like spending way more money than I'm used to. Then I realized I was spending like 200 grand. I was like, oh my gosh. And so then that's when I just like I did the digging, because I think when I read values, I looked as values of the block, not price of the block as well. And also, Ray, I did not get a haircut. I would like to get a haircut sometime this week. I have not gotten a haircut yet. I just have my hair back right now. I had it down, but then with the headphones, they were like building like 2 strings out, and that was kind of rough. So I just decided to put it behind my ears for now. And also, Jared, feels like it's been years. CJ, what is good? Welcome back. How are you doing today? Great to see you in here. Yeah, I figured out that the money had changed. I was like, oh, because my bank account in game like definitely took a hit. And I was like, oh, goody, this is not good. This cannot be viable. Also, by the way, Maya, thank you so much for the 1 heart me, as well as Ray. Thank you so much for the 1 heart me. Much love out to both of you. Hope that you guys are doing well. Maya, I do apologize. I remember it came through, but for some reason, every time someone for the first time in the stream gifts, what ends up happening is that it says monetization tip, so it covers up what you gifted. So I never get to see it until somebody else gifts. So I should have just exited it out, because now I'm seeing it, Maya. Thank you so much for the 1 heart me. Much love. And Ray, thank you as well. But yeah, Nationers, as of right now, we are going to be placing all of these, going around block by block. This is going to take quite some time, to be honest, Nationers. Yeah, what I've actually said is, by the way, is more expensive and useless now. See, and I think the hard part was like, when I read values, I was like, oh, the value is going to change, not the price. And so, not that that's like any indication that of like, oh, like you're just like beating around the bush. I think I just took value as like literal block value, not as, because that's what I associate it with, not like cost a block, of like how expensive it is to buy certain stacks of any given block. So, not that by any means. I didn't waste any money. I didn't waste much. I maybe wasted like maybe $1 million more than I would have like cared to lose. But I was like, oh. So then I just flipped it to like another block, and I was like, okay, time to change the numbers. What's valuable now? Which I think if anyone cares about the value of their island, they already know. They probably pulled out the Excel sheets. They've probably done the division. They've probably done it all. And so, yeah. Yes, and that makes sense, because like I would have associated value with that and whatnot. Yeah, which I mean, again, it wasn't that much like right away. Which again, like when you have, and again, as much as a penny pincher as I am, we all do it in games. We'd all do it. If we had $1 million or $1 million, a penny doesn't mean much to us, right? But if you only have $1, a penny means a whole lot more in perspective. Even though the value of it is still a penny, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously this is just a game. It's fictitious. Like, I have no money in this game. So, yeah, things like that, it happens. Yeah, like I can get like the $1 million back in a pretty short amount of time, so it's not that bad. Actually, speaking of that, I just put up my new guitar. Very nice, CJ. Very cool. Is it an acoustic guitar? Is it a, what type of a guitar is it? Lesson of relativity. Exactly. I'm telling you, if you had a penny, but your bank account said $1, that penny's value is a lot more in relativity than it is if you had $100 million. You know what I mean? The cost of a dollar. Psychological analysis right there, guys. That's what's going on. So right now, Nationers, we got a lot of progress. How much? It's kind of hard to see the progress. I mean, we still have so many layers left. But this is going to be the goal for, I guess, the next hour and 40 minutes, is to get this thing entirely filled in. Now, do I think there's an easier way to do this? Absolutely not. I have no idea how there would be an easier way. I mean, I could like slice this up and like do like little segments of it, but preferably the less corners, the better, if you ask me. The less corners, the better, because I would not want to just like keep turning and turning and turning. And also, CJ, I got an electric for my birthday a few days ago. It was June 16th, but I finally found a spot. Very nice, CJ. Well, happy birthday to you, by the way, my guy. Hopefully it was a good birthday. And most importantly, I hope that you get to enjoy your new electric guitar. Do you have an amp for it at all? Ooh, Porkchop, OP Legends are releasing a Dungeons game mode in a few weeks. Is that going to be another server that we try and take over again? Rest in peace, OP Legends, though. Not that they're dead, it's just that they're dead to us. Some of us. Some of you guys I know still play on it, which is kind of fun. Because it is still really fun, but it is like brain rot galore, to be honest. There are a concerning amount of people on that server that hold like an allegiance to that server. Like, if this server were gone tomorrow, like their entire life would like come crumbling down. That's how much it would be. That's the allegiance that these people hold. And also, CJ, thank you, Jared. I will, and yes, I have an amp. Found a box of a guitar bits in my shed too. Very nice. I'm investing at 12 players. Mooney, when you mean investing, are you investing, you're talking about on this server, or are you talking about OP Legends? Gen just reset and people are like prestige 500 in the first 12 hours. The genflations on that server are kind of crazy, if you ask me. I'm gonna play a different playlist than this. I like my Madden playlist. I really like my Madden playlist a lot. And also, Jack Lavoy, what is good? I believe that's a welcome back. How are you doing today, Jack? Welcome into the stream again. How are you? Oh, see, this is what happens. Like, I leave behind the block and I don't know. For reference, I was prestige 20. Oh my goodness. Guys, 20 minutes. 20 minutes a week it takes you to make videos. That's what they're telling you. And also, Jack, see, Jesus. Jack, why does it happen every time that I'm... Oh, I think it's because I run out of blocks. I think that's why. And also, CJ, I'm going to head out for now. I'll be back later. Sounds good, CJ. Much love out to you, my guy. Much love again. Hope to see you back in soon. There we go. Yeah, I think it's just because I keep running out of blocks. But yes, Jack, you could absolutely ask me something. And also, Mayonnaise, how are you doing today? Great to see you in here. Unsure if I'm missing something or it's just insanely pay to win. I'm sure it's probably a mix of both, but like percentage-wise, you're probably losing pay to win probably like 80-20. I'm sure like they're a little bit more efficient, maybe with like a better rank, but like they're probably also pay to win. Jack, that is a great question, by the way. Jack asked, how do you become so social? Jack, I would say the one thing is you have to, when you're trying to build your confidence, there's going to be inflection points that kind of test that in a way. But if you just remind yourself, hey, I would like to be more social, maybe going up to that person might be a little difficult, or saying something that you have on your mind. Yeah, I've said a billion things that like maybe fall flat, but that's a part of the process. You're only thinking of good, right? I think for me, when I was trying to build my confidence in maybe talking to people in a social setting or being kind of like the way that I am, in a way, mind you, most of it happened during school, Jack. I don't know how old you are. If you don't mind me asking, are you in high school? Are you in middle school, college, and are wanting to maybe learn how to be a little bit more social in those settings? I guess, what are your goals with it? I would love to know. There we go. And also, Mayonnaise, hi there. I've been better. How are you? Mayonnaise, I'm glad to see you in here. I'm doing well, by the way. Feeling good. Obviously took a week off of streaming, got a few videos done, which I was super happy about. Got some podcast stuff done, super happy about that. So Jack, in middle school, I just want to be more comfortable talking to people. Absolutely. So in my experience, especially with like that in school, I think it's a little bit easier as you get a little bit older. Because I think people are a little bit more like open and a little less judgmental, because like, I think people understand a lot more. People have a lot more experience with things like that. The one thing I think with middle schoolers and typically is just like the experience. Like again, like you're not gonna have a whole lot of experience like talking to people and being social, and especially like, yeah, there might be some judgment of like, why are you talking to us? It happens. You're gonna have to find someone that you're comfortable with talking to. Maybe it is at the lunch table. Maybe you are sitting with someone. Maybe if this is an easy thing for you, Jack, maybe if you are working on like a project, a group project, maybe you're asking a question to somebody in your group. Maybe situations that are kind of forcing you to be with someone. Maybe it is like a team on in PE. Maybe it is like a project that you're working on. Maybe in orchestra. I've always been surrounded myself in situations where I had no choice but to talk. Group projects, orchestra. I became like, I was always the kind of kid that like, when they're like, oh, like name someone from your group to go represent your, tribe, your group. And who was the person that they would call on? It was me. I had no choice but to be like embracing of that. And if maybe that's like a situation like far beyond your imaginations at this point in time where you're at, Jack, maybe it is again like in those situations. Maybe it is those situations where you're kind of already forced to work with someone, maybe a paper, and you guys are working together and you're like, hey, like, nice to meet you. Like, just introducing yourself, like, oh, like, what do you like doing? Like, I wonder, maybe taking some things a little bit more head on. If that's not the type of person you are, maybe it is just like asking a little bit of just like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? And yeah, Jack, you're going to find people with like very similar interests. Like, let's say you like basketball. You like ask like if I can play, if you're not already a part of that group. I love doing double dutch in like the 3rd grade. I really liked it, but I sucked doing doubles. And I was like, I could not vocalize that I did not like doing doubles in double dutch. I just like doing it to get like by myself, but I could never vocalize that. Because there was like a power dynamic that I kind of could not break through on. By the way, Renato, what is good? Welcome back. How you doing today? Great to see you in here. Noah Taylor, my guy Noah, thank you so much for the 30 roses. Much love out to you. Hopefully you are doing well, Noah. Great to see you in here again. How are you doing today, Noah? And Jack, hopefully that helps, by the way. It just takes small steps. It really is. It really does take small steps. Whether you know it or not, there's going to be things that feel like a test. They're going to feel like that because you know that they're important to you. By the way, D-Mac, what is good? Welcome back. How are you doing today? Great to see you back in here, D-Mac. How is Mama Mac doing today? The puzzle solver. And also, Gaha, I recommend trying to find people who share interests. In my experience, friendships always form the easiest over topics we both liked. I 100% agree. 100% agree. By the way, D-Mac, what is good? Thank you so much for the 28-month Prime sub. Much love out to D-Mac Nationers. Make sure to get some 07s in chat for D-Mac. Much love out to you, D-Mac. I hope that you are doing well. And most importantly, thank you again so much for the Prime sub. Hopefully the puzzle, are you working on the state puzzle right now? Like the state, not flag, but like just like a state travel sign? And also, unsure if I'm missing something or if it's actually insane pay to win. I actually got insanely lucky and got a really good rank in 10 minutes. Am I crazy or did the music get louder? I did play different music and the music is kind of like waves and trophy a little bit. So I just turned it down a little bit because it was kind of loud. So yeah. Nationers, thank you guys again so much for getting some 07s out to our beloved D-Mac. Much love again. And yes, I'm starting the state puzzle. After that is a Ninja Turtle one. And then a Star Wars one. Very nice. I need to do more puzzles. I'm reading a book right now, though, Nationers. I'm reading a book. I don't read often, but I'm reading a book right now. And also Jack Lavoy. Okay, thanks. It's just my dad isn't happy with me not talking to people, and I will try and work on that. And certainly, Jack, it's one of those things like, it's going to take you expect it to take some time, but it comes very naturally. Like, people are very social people at heart. And I think like something like this is no different, Jack. I don't know if you are like a shyer person. I don't know if you like do eat lunch by yourself because there's not many people to talk to or like really care to sit by. But similar interests can certainly be a bridge for great connection. And And also, I'm about to try the Walmart brand Cajun sauce. Oh my gosh. By the way, the book that I'm reading is really freaking good. It's like, by the way, the first few chapters are very like expository. They're very much like kind of the building blocks of like the situation that this person's going to be in. And everything that this book is doing, like every single chapter, I'm like, oh, it's the perfect cliffhanger, like every chapter where I'm like, oh man, I need to read the next chapter like tomorrow. It's like that. And yes, Pork, yes. Physical jigsaw puzzles. Yes. And also I'm extremely excited, so the fact that I'm here talking to you all is evidence that shared topics are goated. Indeed. Indeed. And you know, maybe it takes someone like in my position, knowing that like I do have a little bit more of a voice, you know, that does kind of does hold a little bit of weight in conversation. Like my friend Josh, he's not a very super social person. He never was in high school, but like anytime it would be me and him or like maybe a few other friends, we'd always make sure to like introduce him. It's like, yes, it's our job to introduce ourselves, but yeah, for Josh, we're there for him. We're there with him. You know what I'm saying? So we're there to like be like, oh yeah, this is our friend Josh. And he's like, oh, my name's Josh. Nice to meet you. You know, things like that. Like sometimes it is that like relationships that you do build over the course of years that like you understand that like, yeah, like talking to people is kind of like not his forte a whole lot of the time. He's gotten so much better at it now just because like he's a little bit older. He has a little bit more shared experience. He's comfortable around people because of those situations. So certainly, Jack. Hopefully that helps, of course. And also, love that as well. Mia, welcome back. Mia Cantrell, welcome back. How are you doing today? Great to see you in here. I made my resolution to do a 1,000-piece puzzle every month. And so far, I'm only a month behind, but I'm catching up. Very nice. D-Mac, I have a video idea that I really, really want to do. I really want to do a puzzle speedrun. Okay? I really want to do a puzzle speedrun. I want to do like, you know, like a 50-piece puzzle or like a 100-piece puzzle speedrun, then going up to like 250, then to like 500, and then to like 1,000, and then to like some like really big ones like 2,500. You know what I mean? And also, I'm good. We just cleaned out my grandpa's apartment today. Is everything okay? Is your grandpa doing okay? I know that obviously that's most of what we talk about, Mia, because I know that there's always like, ooh, what are we doing? Is he okay? I just want to know. Just want to check in. I'm like a quick and easy 300-piece puzzle type of girly. My mom loves the 1,000 to 2,000-piece puzzles. My mom, for the love of me, I will say I think I got my puzzle itch from her, but me and my sister, I don't know what it is. Like growing up, we were really good at like solving puzzles and whatnot. I don't know if I do like a puzzle stream. I really want to do like almost like a short form on it. Being like, oh my goodness, like we are like, this is what's happening. We're separating these pieces, you know, like almost like a short, like how fast can I complete like a blank amount of piece puzzle? And then it's like almost a series over time. D-Mac, for December, you should do one of those puzzles that's just one solid color. That would be kind of cool, to be honest. That would be kind of fun. I actually would love to do that. That one will be kind of fun on stream. That one would honestly be really fun to do on stream. He's good. He's in the nursing home now. Okay. He's still got that mindset that he's coming back home. That's fair. I'm assuming, obviously, with the nursing home, he's probably not going to be going back into an apartment or some situation of that. What is wrong with you? That sounds like torture. Wait, did you not just give D-Mac that same exact idea? But I would love to do it. I feel like it'd be kind of fun. I feel like it'd be really, really fun. Because I get to do puzzles all day. And I love me some puzzles. If I could make like a channel based on puzzles, I would. I absolutely would. That's like my passion. You know, like when like I'm old enough, I'm single. You know, like when you would create like a dating profile, or if you ever do in your life, there's usually like some things you add on there, like some interests and hobbies, typically. I always put puzzles. Always put puzzles. By the way, Kaylee, what is good? Welcome back. How are you doing today, Kaylee? Great to see you in here. Welcome back, by the way. And also, at least you can see all the colors. if it's a single color puzzle, then you could see the entire puzzle. It is a hard final puzzle, not as an ooh fun puzzle. Sorry, I think we had two different interpretations when you said solid color puzzle. Though I think that'd be kind of fun. By the way, Brandon is going to welcome back Mia. He finally saw some wildlife. That's insane. That's super awesome. I'm happy for your grandfather. I hope that he's doing well. Hopefully he's, you know, settling into his new environment and whatnot. Yeah, he thought that we were... Wait, hold on. He's staying there. We thought he would like it there because on Thursday, he saw some wildlife. And I'm assuming he probably still enjoys seeing it. Shout out to Karen's Puzzles on YouTube. Oh, D-Mac, I think you're the one that mentioned Karen's Puzzles. I do want to do a speed puzzling tournament one day. I low-key want to do one, D-Mac. I low-key want to do one. Because I've seen, like, the videos of, like, them on Instagram. I'm sure we've probably seen, like, the exact same one. And it's like a Havenburger one. Rave something like that. I would love to do a speed puzzling competition one day. I think that'd be so cool. On top of that, Kaylee, I've been okay. I've been busy working. Very nice. If you don't mind me asking, Haley, what do you do for work? Ravensburger. Okay, I was kind of close. But yeah, it'd be so cool. I remember seeing the video of like the girl doing it, unboxing it because it's all in a bag. And then she like gets them all out and like starts like placing everything. And she wins it because that's like what that's the whole premise of the video. And I remember just the people are like, this is the unemployed like final boss. Like how is this a thing out of all things? There's a thing for a lot of things, Nationers. And you know what? I really like me some speed puzzling, Nationers, okay? I really like me some speed puzzling. Okay, now we got a few more extra. I wouldn't win. I know, that's what I'm saying, D-Mac. Like, I know for myself I would not win that. But man, you know I would try my hardest. I would try my freaking hardest. I think that'd be an insane... I think that'd be a really, really cool video, to be honest. I also did something to my right wrist, and it hurts now, Mia. But yeah. As of now, he likes me because he doesn't have a roommate. Unc would solo the competition. They would not know what to do. They would simply not know what to do. They would see me walk in, and they would be like, this freaking guy. I think that would be a real... You know what? I'm writing that down. I'm writing that down on my to-do/idea list, okay? This is my to-do/idea list. As you can tell, there's to-do on the top. There's to-do on the top and ideas on the bottom, okay? Let me write this one down. I joined a puzzle speedrunning competition. I think that's an amazing idea. Okay? I think that's an amazing idea. 1,000-piece puzzle in like 24 minutes? I mean, if you think about that, how many seconds is that? 24 times 60? What is that? That's 4,800 seconds? That's a puzzle piece every less than 5 seconds. Placed on average. I did that math right. No, I did not. That was 2. That's no. What's that math? What's that math? 24 times 6. I did that by 2, so now I need to times that by 3. 90, no. 24 times 60. 1,400. 1,440 seconds, by the way, okay? 1,440 seconds. And they're doing, mind you, that's a puzzle piece placed every 1.4 seconds, actually. I did my math wrong. Not 4.8. 1.44 seconds on average. I think it would be so cool. I think it would be so cool, D-Mac. D-Mac, I think it'd be so cool because if I can build content around doing like the speedrunning content and like that being a part of like the journey and then like entering into a solo competition and then also entering into like a pairs competition, I think that would be so freaking cool. D-Mac, that would be so cool. That would be like a perfect collab for us too. Like the amount of times I'm like, what would we collab about? Like, would it just be like us talking? Like, would it just be us at like the Seattle Zoo? No, it is a pairs and solo competition. Speed running. And also, I'm going to get off and get something to eat. Very nice, by the way, Mia. Great to see you in here again. Hopefully your head feels better. I'm glad to hear great news about your grandfather. And most importantly, I hope that everything goes well with the rest of your night, Mia. Much love. It takes me 24 hours to do a 1,000-piece puzzle. It's insane. I mean, that's probably like on average, though. Like, it takes me a few days. Like, if I were to sit down, yeah, I could probably finish a puzzle pretty quickly. I'm not doing that. Like, I'm coming back, like, in bits and bobs. I'm like, where does this piece go? Like, what do I, like... Yeah, by the way, Moi, what is good? How you doing? A podcast, broskies? We love a good podcast. We love a good podcast. Uploaded a video yesterday of episode 75 of The Realist Podcast, the podcast that I have. You can find it on all platforms. You can find it on all platforms. Okay, Nationers. There is so much to this island. There's so much. Nation, I feel like we've hardly put a dent on this. But the thing is, as we do this, there's two less layers that we got to do every time. Like, I go on a week-long vacation to do 1,000-piece puzzle throughout the whole trip. Exactly. Like, you're going to get the edges, like, day one, maybe a few, like, pieces on the inside of that. You're going to start, like, finding maybe faces, some general locations of pieces. But yeah, I feel that. That's why I gave myself a month, because with parenting and school, I don't have the time to really sit and focus on a puzzle. Exactly. And I'm loving it. I like that one puzzle you just did, especially the state one. The state one's going to be kind of cool. I feel like you can finish that one pretty easy. By the way, Moi, thank you so much for hitting that follow and welcome to the nation. Welcome to the realist community on the internet. Much love out to you. I hope that you're doing well, Moi. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're busting this down, baby. Do a little before breakfast, a little throughout the day, a little before bed. Exactly. Exactly. And you know, you're probably placing like a good 20 pieces at a time. And especially with a lot of like, yeah, 20 to like 30 pieces, maybe, depending on how easy the puzzle is. And you do that a little, you know, that's 60 pieces each day. Then like at the very end, you're cooking because you know where everything goes. Oh, the back. There we go. But am I seeing the camera die? Oh my goodness. You are seeing the camera dying. Oh my gosh. Manny, thank you for letting me know. Thank you so much, Manny. Thank you, actually. Manny, I forgot to put in my dummy battery. I legit forgot to put in my dummy battery. That's embarrassing. Hold on, guys. Hold on. That's embarrassing, Nationers. That's like low-key embarrassing, by the way. That's actually embarrassing. Manny, thank you for letting me know, by the way. Because I completely... Manny's expert eye saved you a camera death. It's just like my camera just turns off. Let me put this on the... Let me put that one on the charger, Nationers, okay? Let me put that one on the charger. Okay, so, like I said, Nationers, every single layer, we're getting closer and closer every single time, which is kind of nice. It's a lot, but we're doing good. I feel like we're doing good. I feel like this is the way to do it. Edge to edge to edge. I feel like it's working just fine. But yeah, that's insane. Like, I don't know. I'm assuming, especially in these puzzle competitions, there would be, like, certain, like, puzzle piece sets. Like, oh, I'm solo 250, or I'm solo 500, or I'm solo, like, 1,000. I just noticed on my screen a battery icon popped up. That would do it. That would do it. My camera almost lived a very long death there for a second. But luckily, I do have a dummy battery that keeps things charged and working at all times. So that's always great. Oh, thank God I got it. Thank God I got it. Messy. Yeah, solos are 500 and pairs are 1,000. Okay. That's kind of nice if they at least have set ones then. Because I was thinking, like, what about if there's like a 50-piece one and you are just like cruising to it? I feel like that would be kind of nice. Having like different divisions, you know? No matter how old, it's just whatever size puzzle you would have. 500? How long would that take me? I feel like that's kind of a lot though. 500 is kind of a lot still. And I'm assuming like the puzzles are semi like doable. You know, like people like can probably figure out like where things go like instantly, which I think like I still kind of know where puzzle pieces go instantly, but I think that they're also probably efficient at doing it, being like, I don't know where that puzzle piece goes, but I will find it soon. Pairs being 1,000 to finish in 24 minutes is insane. But I guess if that's the 24-minute one, then there's 2. That makes a lot of sense then. That makes a lot of sense that you could definitely get like a puzzle piece placed every 2 seconds. Especially because edge pieces are going to be easy. You know, you're going to kind of figure out where things go. Maybe somebody's working on things like that, like passing a puzzle piece to them. Yeah, I'm sure it's a little stressful. I'm sure like the momentum does wane a little bit at times. Where you're like, oh, you have a system and then the system kind of breaks down. But yeah, like siphoning through the... sifting through all the pieces just for an edge piece. No, stop worrying about it. We'll find it. No, but my OCD, I need to find that edge piece. That's how I feel like that would happen. I do feel like that would be the way that it would go. But again, you never know. You never know. What about if we do take the dub, D-Mac? What about if we do take the dub? Because we absolutely could. Hold on. I'm gonna write something down. There we go. Okay, and also, we'd be the talk of the town in the puzzling world. They're going to start writing blogs. They're going to start making puzzles about us, DMAC. That's what they're going to start doing. They do not know how dominant we're going to be. Oh my gosh, the last puzzle I did, we somehow didn't have one edge piece, and I went insane trying to find it for days. Was this a puzzle that you'd already done before? That'd be kind of brutal. Like, imagine, like, buying a puzzle and it doesn't have every puzzle piece. That would be kind of brutal. Oh. So, you mean to tell... So, literally exactly what I just said. Where you just opened it and apparently they're missing one edge piece. At that point, every single puzzle you open from there, you're going to have to count. I think that's what's going to have to happen. I think you're just going to have to start counting them. Oh, my goodness. Nationers, we are... You know what? It's actually kind of a start, though. I will say that, though. I will say it is very much a start. And man, I'm happy to see it. I'm so happy to see this, Nationers. I love to see it. I love to see this stuff, man. And also, it was on vacation, so I couldn't blame my cats as well, which is usually an easy thing to blame and usually a good scapegoat because we've had that experience. We've had like cats crawl on our table, like lay on the puzzle, and you're like, what about if they take a piece and now it's not there? And also, relatable pork. My son typically takes one piece every puzzle, so I'm lucky if I get a full puzzle, which I think this last one you had a full puzzle. So am I going to be doing Sky Chunk all week, or is this like a spur of the moment? We are going to be doing this tomorrow. Wednesday, I'm going to be at the track meet, I believe, as long as my injuries do not succumb to me. And then possibly Thursday, Friday as well. And then I think Saturday, Sunday, I think we're going to be doing a, what is it? I think we're going to be doing a Hoop Fest IRL. Because Hoop Fest is this weekend. I think that's what we're going to be doing. I think I would love to do that. I think it's possible. I don't know how possible it is, but I think we can make it work. And I don't think I'm going to go live for this track meet. I very much could. But the thing is, I think I'm going to be doing a... I think I'm going to be doing a stream. Or, excuse me, I think I'm going to be doing a video... I think I'm going to be doing a video where I where I compete at every event at that track meet. I think that's what I'm going to be doing. I think that's the video that I'm going to be doing. Or something along the lines of, I should script this tonight. But, what, you know, if you did every event at an all-comers track, at a track meet, how well would you do? Maybe not like a pure video, like long form, but I'm thinking short form-ish. Maybe. I would like somebody to record it, so I too need to reach out. Justice for discus and shot put. But I will say, DMAC, because I do have a key to the shed in our, what is it? In our, at our school. I very much could go over and, like, I think it would be super cool if I did, like, short form, like doing every single event, obviously other than pole vault. Bro needs a cameraman. As much as I want to do IRL streaming, I mean, that's fine. Like, I don't have like the proper equipment to do it. So like, if you guys were there, which I know a lot of you guys were, on last Wednesday's IRL live stream, I just had like a nice little tripod. I had a nice little thing that just clipped onto my phone, and you know, I just set up the camera and we just kind of went about our day. I would come back when I was able to and like talk and like explain things. So like, what's going on? We're gonna go do this event. I just threw this. I just jumped that. I just ran this. And so it was a ton of fun. I mean, I think it would be kind of fun to do more IRL things like that. I'm not super into like the overall like scene. I just think it's like I think it has a very bad reputation. I really do not like the way that a lot of other creators have maybe gone about it, especially like with just like other people, because most people just want to like live their life. I live in a place where most people just want to live their life. I mean, yeah, and I think some people do a really good job at doing that, and maybe that's just like something that I could help kind of change, because it's just for like clips, you know? And I think it would be fun to like go experience something, do something exciting. But yeah, by no means do I have any infrastructure for a proper IRL live stream. But I mean, I didn't even have a mic. I thought about buying it like that day. But it definitely is a huge rage. But sometimes, like, here's the thing. I have never wanted to be the creator that like follows like the trend, because then there's no creativity to what I purely am doing. I'm letting whatever the world is deciding is popular for that week, month, whatever it may be, that day. Imagine like the news, right? Like the news's job is to report on what like that does. You know what I'm saying? I want to like stand on something that I feel passionate about. Like I've done daily vlogging. Like I really like that. I enjoyed it. It isn't exactly for me. Streaming, as much as I love it, it's very much like something I like coming back to. Again, very complimentary to like a lot of the work. You know? No, and that's and again, I'm not saying by any means is like what I stream copying anyone else's idea. Like IRL streaming is not like a new thing. I just think, one, my connotation with IRL streaming is not good. I would like to maybe change that in a way, but I don't want it to be everything that I've done. Like when Elden Ring was hot, didn't give two shits about playing Elden Ring. You know what I'm saying? I want to do like things that I'm very excited about, versus like whatever is hot. Yes, I can certainly take concepts of what is hot. And yeah, like I like how some people do make their content. Yeah, some things definitely are more like hot topic, like this is what's happening. Like my podcast is exactly that. But if I'm just like constantly chasing the next wave, that's maybe a street that I don't necessarily want to take. And see, like, again, boss, I like what you said there, where it's like, yeah, I'm not necessarily copying anyone's ideas because like, yeah, most people aren't like really at like a track meet. I can take what IRL streaming does and how it works for other people and mold it into my own way. That's like the big thing. By no means am I ever coming like an IRL streamer, and this is like most of what I do. Though I did enjoy it. Like, I really much enjoyed it. It kind of brought me back to a lot of those vlogging days. A lot of people had questions like, what do you have the tripod for? The comeback is soon, D-Mac. It is soon. It is soon. And I guess, like, the best thing to do is, like, to never limit yourself, of course. But how can I do what worked for other people and use it in my own way? Like, yeah, like Hoop Fest. Like, yeah, that's like super cool. This is about like my city. This is something I'm passionate about. That's something I think would be really cool to do. You know what I mean? Like, that means like a lot to me versus like a random IRL live stream of like, we're going to like the streets of LA and like Santa Monica or Miami, like a big location. Some people do kind of have a little bit more of those, like, let's see what we can find for today. I just don't know if it's like the medium that I would always like to go around, regardless of if it's the rage or not. I'm not looking at IRL streaming, whether it's the rage. I can see that it does well for other people. And I'm like, I think it would be fun to do that. I think it's very much almost a tool in a way. If I'm looking at it in terms of like things that I can do. Yeah, I can sit at this table all day, play games. I can sit at this table and I could also react. I could sit at this table and just talk. By the way, C-Matter, before I get ahead of myself, thank you again so much for being here. I hope that you have an amazing time watching the show with your family. I know you guys are watching the new Love Island season. But yes, hope to see you next stream, C-Matter. Much love. 07 to peace, my guy. Much love, much love. But yeah, certainly I think it's, again, like, what about if you did daily vlogging? You know, people out there, like, don't show their face. You know, there's sometimes a reason behind that. You know, what has worked for other people? We want to talk about what's worked for other people. We talk about, like, apology videos. Some people, there's no blueprint when it comes to, apology videos. I don't know how almost every apology video that we've gotten, there's always something new about it. The toxic gossip train. I was just talking to my friend about that. It's an amazing song. It's an amazing song. On top of that, yeah, exactly. I think it's finding your style, what's working for other people. I think like that's like overall one of the big things. I think that's like one of the big things of like, what is working for other people? Especially like in the music, like musically, in terms of like, or like, what is it? One person I took from, like Logan Paul, whenever he does his like, I'm defending Prime from like these creators or like sending a cease and desist letter or like debunking videos, he does like a green screen. And so I was like, okay, I've seen that someone's used it in a light that's not just like a different, like it's a different way of using a green screen. So I was like, I can use that for my, like where I talked about like the funniest names and whatnot, the funniest names at the WIA track meet. And that just happened to be like the way that I did it. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. Pork, the Sienna May one is crazy because, Sienna's also playing like a Sam Smith song, like, and she's like doing interpretive dance. Mind you, she's a dancer. Like, so imagine like Charlie D'Amelio doing like a ballet type of dance, and it has music over it, and the music's just kind of explaining like I was too young and dumb, and like I made bad decisions. Please don't like blame me or shame me or things like that. Hi, Mom.
Hi. Ella's last name. Or Ella.
Oh. Sorry. I would say, I think it happened in 22, maybe, Pork? 22, 23? Sienna May is her name. And Jack White, I think? Right? I don't exactly know what his name is. I remember Jack. Jack and Sienna, they were like a TikTok couple. See, like that entire field, like that's like one of those ones that I'm not really tapped into. Like, At VidCon? Oh my goodness. I wasn't at VidCon, but I talked about it. And I looked at all the creators that had maybe a meetup, and I was like, oh my goodness, there are so many creators out there that I just like don't know. And everyone has their own thing. Everyone's creating their own platform. You know, you think about it, you scroll Instagram, you scroll TikTok, you're gonna find creators that like you just saw for the first time. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of nuts. And like when I posted my funniest names and, you know, track this year at the state meets, part 1 and part 2, it got, I think both of them combined maybe got around 150,000. That's a lot of people that probably have never seen my content in general. And so just kind of building off of the momentum that something like that is. But yeah, Pork, I think it's around like 2 to 3 years. It's really funny. Like I was one that did not know anything about that drama until she released the apology. So the fact that her apology gained more buzz than like the wrongdoing says something. I don't know what it says, but it says something. It's not a good thing, I would say, but yeah, that's kind of where that landed in the not good realms, in the very infamous apology video compilation. Oh yeah. There's been so many good apologies. And mind you, like, they just get better and better. I don't know what it is. Like, soon we're gonna see somebody like skydiving, like giving an apology, like, I took the risk and I fell short. Like, so, like that's the reality that we're about to live in, guys. Okay? I think legit that's the reality that we're gonna live in here really soon. Oh my goodness. I genuinely believe that's the reality that we're gonna live in here really, really, really soon. Don't forget that. Yeah, no, we were just mentioning the toxic gossip train. It's, yeah, those good times, man. Good times. I love stuff like this. Wrongdoing begs for creativity, I guess. It's true. I mean, the interpretive dance, I think, regardless of like how it got viewed, I thought it was like a very unique way of doing it. I don't know if it was like the most effective, because yeah, this world on the internet is dunk or be dunked on. And Sienna was not doing any dunking during this video. She was most definitely getting alley-oop lobbed, Shaq Kobe style. Literally dunked on the internet. It was bad. I talked about it, I think maybe in some podcasts. But yeah, I mean, for the wrongdoing to almost be subsided, I mean, it just gave me the gateway to just be like, oh, what in the world is this entire, like, beef about? Like, what's going on with this controversy? What's happening? So, yeah, it's, you know, I will say what is pretty interesting, because there's a camera person in recording Jack get sexually assaulted while he's asleep, right? And I just thought about it just now. I maybe back then too, because it's not something I think more about the dance than I think about what she had done, because that's kind of the impact that it left on me. The camera person, why, if that's oh yeah, Jack is most definitely asleep. I think he might be intoxicated. She maybe is as well. She had a very crippling, like, clinginess, apparently. Like, they're just like boundaries were crossed in a lot of parts of the relationship. And all of that to say, like, when this went down, there's a video. I'm sure you guys can find the video on TikTok, whatever, people talking about this. She had, like, sexually assaulted him while he was, like, I'm assuming drunk and definitely asleep, or like kind of dozing in, like not wanting to do anything romantic or whatnot. But she definitely like gets very frisky and like to a point, like maybe their relationship's comfortable enough. It didn't seem like it was, and he was like, I don't really like that you did that. Like, so she sexually assaults him, right? She does a little dancey dance. But are we like, and to me, I think great, at least we have evidence. But 2, did that person just be like, you know what, I'm glad that I got this, but maybe I should go, like, stop this. Because at one point, yes, you're, like, incriminating her. You're literally putting her, like, on blast for what she's done. But in the same light, are we just gonna, like, be like, hey, camera person, maybe you should get, like, a little, like, in between both of them in a non-sexual way and, maybe stop what's happening? Again, I was not there. I don't know the full details. But again, that's what it looks like to me. So as much as like maybe somebody sitting like next to them was like, hey, you shouldn't do that, but they still did it. Did they do enough? Because it still happened and there's a video? Again, great that there's at least evidence. So like we could place all the blame onto her. At least a good chunk of it. Because like imagine something like this. Imagine a bar fight, right? 2 drunk people. And there's like security, you know? And they notice these 2 dudes. I'm going to use dudes in this case because that's what I'm envisioning. 2 dudes decide that they're going to see who's the toughest because they're both drunk. They got a little bit of alcohol in them and hands are about to be thrown. Now, as a security person, or just any person, do I step in, especially the security person, do I step in to stop this? You know, let's not even say security person. Let's say a random other person in the bar, right, drinking. And they see this scuffle's getting a little bit too intense for their liking, that it's, you know, like, oh, this is about to break out. Do they record very, you know, like, regardless of if they're capable of breaking it up or not, do they get in the middle of them to stop this fight? Or do they record this so that they have at least evidence that the fight happened and they know who to put the blame on? Moral quandary right there, right? Mind you, like, I don't think Sienna would have, like, fought the person, but, again, very, very much like the trolley situation, you know what I mean? By the way, Night Hunt, what is good? How are you doing today? How you been, Night Hunt? What did Gaha say here? By the way, I would not step in because I'm a pussy. You know, regardless of if you feel like you are or, you know, whatever you feel like you are, it is just very much a moral dilemma. Like, you don't want to see, or like, you know, oh, what about if they have a weapon? And I'm not going to say it because TikTok loves to do some things behind the scenes if I were to say this, but it's a 3-letter word. It has the letter G in it, and you probably could fill out the rest. So, like, imagine it's that. It's like, are you risking your life? Are you gonna like get involved and step like, hey, no, like, don't do this? Again, that's a little different because that's like a little bit more of a life ender, but like, still you carry the emotional trauma, and poor Jack is just sitting there like drunkenly asleep. And like, not one person was like, you know what? Sienna, go do your freaking dance somewhere else. So yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. But that video, Pork also mentioned it's giving vibes something, but I can't figure out what it is. It's giving, I don't actually know what it's giving. It's just a very interesting situation. That's what I will say. By the way, Carter Reichert, what is good? Yes, I am flying. We are on a Skyblock server. I do have a rank that allows me to fly, so I am able to fly, actually, Carter. That's how I'm flying. And also, Night Hunt, it has been a while. How have you been? How's life going? Oh, hello? Oh, nope. Don't want that. There we go. By the way, Bella, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Welcome to the nation. Welcome to the realest community on the internet. I hope that you are doing well. Welcome in, Bella. How are you? Life, I guess, very nice, Night Hunt. Very nice. Hopefully life has been lifing very well. Hopefully. On top of that, Bella, welcome into the nation. Welcome to the realest community on the internet. Much love out to you, Bella. Much love, much love. I think I can get this. Oh, let's go. But welcome in, Bella. I hope that you're doing well. And welcome in again. And also starting on my own 5M server, trying at least. Very nice. Very nice. And Are you, so you're starting your own 5M. I'm assuming, in what game, if you don't mind me asking? And also, Bella, is this your server? It is actually not my server. It is one of my viewer server. He actually spent a good chunk of the early parts of this month, or not this month, but this year, creating this. And so, yeah, it is his server, and we are just playing on it. Literally, just playing on it. But Bella, if you'd like to join, the IP is right below my chin here. We're playing on Java and whatnot. So yeah, it's been a ton of fun. I just finally I finally decided to expand my base here, and I've been placing stone brick blocks for about I think it was an hour and a half, so 40 minutes ish. Yeah, roughly. And also, roleplay GTA, very nice. I think just one roleplay GTA. I did Twitch RP, and that was a ton of fun. I will say my voice was very annoying, so I understand why many people did not like me. There was a few, actually there was a few good people that we did some jobs with that I think we did really good with. Oh, what was her name? She was from Alaska, maybe? Oh, I forget her name. If you guys were there for like Twitch RP, by the way, do you guys remember the one girl that we did like a bunch of the dumpster, like garbage truck stuff with? I thought she was from Alaska. Maybe Alaska was her name. Maybe she was from Tennessee though. Could be wrong. But yes, Shara Strong against breast cancer. Yes, indeed. And is there any idea that you have for the roleplay GTA? Is it strictly going to be roleplaying GTA 5, that is, obviously? And Bella, how was your day today? Great to see you in here. Love your profile, by the way. Your profile picture. Oh, and Gaha, Alaska mentioned! Let's go. I live here. Very nice. You live there. Twitch GTA 5 RP is lit. It low-key is. We also met like a Jonah Hill guy. Like, we met like this Jonah Hill guy. He was like the funniest dude. But then I stopped because, yeah. The streams did not do really well, I will say. And that was kind of like a burden. I was like, it was kind of rough. Because I just kind of sit there like hoping. Maybe it does a little bit better, but I probably should have sticked it out. It was a ton of fun. I really enjoyed it, but Marlon Meek's here. That was kind of annoying to do constantly. And also, Bella, do I like Java more than Bedrock? Now, my experience with Bedrock has been pretty minimal. I've seen probably way more Bedrock gameplay than actual gameplay that I've done myself. And out of my experience of that and also having played Java, I think I prefer Java way more than Bedrock just because of the capabilities with a lot of plugins, a lot of mods, a lot of things that I maybe not so privy to the availability on Bedrock, if that makes sense. And GTA 5 RP is lit. I played on Phantom server. That's insane. What do you have to do? Like, is there any application for like a server like that, especially that big? But Bella, what would you choose? I don't know if you do play Bedrock, prefer Java, or play Java, enjoy Bedrock, or Java, Bedrock is like the only ones that you played. But what would you choose if you had one? On top of that, Nationers, we're gonna have to refill here really soon. And Shara Strong, welcome in again. Great to see you in here. Ooh, oh goody, oh goody, oh goody. Again, so freaking many of these, by the way, Nationers. There's so many of these. There's quite a lot, Nationers. There's quite a lot. I have some very, very big ideas that I think you guys are gonna really like. It's gonna be quite the endeavor. I think it's gonna look really, really cool too. I play both, but I just like Bedrock more for my PC. But Java's great too. Really. That's interesting. I don't know if I've seen many people that play Java prefer Bedrock. Is there any particular reason you prefer Bedrock over Java? I'd love to know because I know that Bedrock does have some really cool features that Java just kind of like maybe doesn't have like right away, but I definitely love to know. Oh, went way out from that one. I just don't want to create like a block that I can't get through. So, cool. This is going to be our last 14, and then we got to restock. So we got to go back and go get some chest and whatnot. You know, let's also look at the progress, by the way, because I feel like the progress has been immense. It feels like we made like 0 progress, but even then, Nationers, again, this only gets smaller and smaller every single time. Every single time we go around, it gets smaller and smaller. As you can see by this, yeah. So that doubled is this. That doubled is this. All of that doubled is this. Any spare donations, J-Rod? Pay It's Not Manny. There you go. By the way, Navik, what is good? How you doing today? Great to see you in here. 2 years old, so it's not my PC. Okay. So, Bella, there might have been a message that did not come through, but what I'm assuming, based on that message that did come through, is that there are some issues with the Java side that, like, Bedrock's kind of like the one that just runs smoothly, the one that, like, has a little bit more of that capability side for you. I'm assuming that's probably the case. I'm assuming based on that. By the way, Manny, oh, thank you. Thank you, Manny. You did not have to give any spare donations, by the way, Manny. You did not need to give me $3,000. You know what, Manny? Here you go. There you go. And also, what kind of windows do you have? Oh, sorry. I realized that was that. That was for Bella. And also, yeah, when I joined Java, my game glitches for me. Very interesting. By the way, Navik, do not stress it, by the way, my guy. Much love out to you nonetheless. Great to see you in here, by the way, my guy. Navik, it's great to see you in here always. Much love again. Okay. Nationers, we've been just placing blocks after blocks. It's been a lot of block placing, as you guys can tell. It's just been block, block, block. But I'm hoping over the next 40-ish minutes that we can just really grind this out. Also, how hot is it? It's still 75? I probably should go on my bike ride now. I really want to go on my bike ride / walk. I've been kind of working out like every day. And I would definitely like to. So maybe we go for like 10 more minutes with this. I think that's very doable. I think that's very, very doable. But nonetheless, Nationers, hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream, of course. I know we've been just kind of placing blocks most of the time, so I do apologize on maybe things not being super exciting with this, but this hopefully will prepare us for tomorrow, Nationers. I'll probably also get a lot of work done off camera too, because I'm probably going to be a little bit bored, so I'll probably do a little bit of this off camera as well. And also, do you watch Minecraft ARGs? What are Minecraft ARGs? ARGS? I do not know what that is, by the way. But I'd definitely love to know, Bella. If you, of course. Mine is 81. Manny, 81. When you mean 81? And Navik, I appreciate that. LJ, what is good? Welcome back. How are you doing today? Great to see you in here. And Navik, I do appreciate that, my guy. Much love, much love. Okay, Nationers, we are... Let's get... Oh, alternate reality game. I feel like I've seen some videos on the Minecraft ARG, like the augmented reality stuff and whatnot. Oh, 81. Sorry, I realized. Sorry, that was temperature. That's what. Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry, I don't know why I was like, what is 81? Like it's nice. Don't get me wrong outside, but it's just the sun I know is going to go down at some point, and I don't really have any lights on that bike, so. That can be kind of rough. So I might just also do the walk too, because like that I can most definitely do at night. So yeah. And also, Gaha, thank you again so much for being here. I hope to see you next time you come through, Gaha. Much love out to you. 07 and peace. Have a great one. I hope you have a great rest of your night, Gaha. Okay, here we go, baby. Oh, my hips also hurt. I've also had like a groin hip injury. It's been kind of bothering me. So, but we've been good through this for the most part. And also, what kind of RAM and processor do you have? Yeah, I wonder why there has been an issue with the Java. I'm sorry to hear that, by the way, Bella, because Java I really enjoy it. Hopefully I wish it would be smooth and whatnot. I'd at least hope. At least. Also, I hate that it keeps getting covered. Do not show any monetization tips. By the way, Quinn Woodard, thank you so much for the 5 roses. Is Navik, thank you so much for the 10 roses. Much love out to you. And Quinn, keep chasing your dreams, my man. Thank you so much, Quinn. Much love out to you. I hope that you are doing well. Thank you again so much for the kind words, the gifts, and most importantly, Quinn, it's great to see you in here again. If you decide to watch it, ARGs, watch Andrew Gaming 67. Okay. Okay. I can definitely do that. I've seen a few of like the maybe promos of the augmented reality Minecraft stuff. If that makes sense. Was about to redeem emote. Manny, you should do that at the beginning of tomorrow's stream. I think that's what you should do. When you join in, like immediately do it, because I know most people are going to be chatting during the early parts of the stream. Oh my gosh, why do I keep... Can I get my like fly speed down? It's creepy though and kind of disturbing. Okay. Not that that's a bad thing by any means, Bella. But, oh, see, like I just like keep getting... It's like keep getting out of range, and it's kind of frustrating. Because I'm not placing blocks as fast as I am. Oh, let's see. Oh. I mean, I could do that, but then I'm like using both hands and I'm having to like press super quickly. And my right hand is not loving this right now. I'm going to see if I can get to the end of this, because this is quite a long chain. But, oh my goodness. Come on, 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 come on. Click, 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 click. Come on, come on. Come on, you can do it. All the way, all the way, all the way, all the way, all the way. I'm going to fall a little bit short just block-wise, but... Oh my god. Oh, Jesus, guys. That was too many clicks. That was so many clicks. I did not enjoy that. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Alrighty. That was, yeah. See, this is why I'm like, I just like holding this. I can like keep my hand upside down. I like, life is good. Okay. Auto clicker IRL. It was quite the clicking, to be honest. This is why I could just hold down my right mouse key, my right mouse button, and just go down my mosey way. Makes it super easy. Makes it so, life is so nice. Life is so nice like this. But then I run out of blocks, and then sometimes I forget that I run out of blocks and I miss the block, and so then there's no blocks being placed, and that's always rough. Also, Bella, who's the man behind me? That is my boy Salvatore Volcano from Impractical Jokers. If you do know that show on the True TV network. It feels weird calling it network, but the True TV channel, I feel like most channels are called network, so I just always say that. I would click it fast for slabs. I can't do that. I can't go like brrrr, and especially just like holding all the way back my forearm. As much as I trained it, I could get there, but I would not want to do that for this like thousands of blocks. You know what I mean? Like already slabs are the most blocks that I placed already. Let me finish this little stack here. Let's look at the statistics of how many blocks I placed. You know what I mean? Let's see. Okay, statistics, items, crafted, used. 16,848. That's how many times my stone brick slabs have been placed. That is 10,000 more than just the stone bricks itself. Oh my gosh. You can only imagine. Yes, of course, the netherite pickaxe has been used quite a bit because I would set up my auto mining. That's what I would do. So, yeah, that's typically what I did, but maybe not so much nowadays, where I'm just like, oh, that's a rough patch there. Can't be doing that. So, Nationers, we're gonna be doing it just holding and going back, and I think that's the way that we need to go. You can place 1 billion blocks. You know how insane that would be if you placed 1 billion blocks in Minecraft? That would be so interesting, though. I think it would be, like, super interesting. Imagine trying to place 1 billion blocks. But you can never place another one of you. Well, thank you, Navik. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I mean, as much as the cloning stuff is going rampant nowadays, can't do it. Can't do it. It's not for me. It's not for me. There's only one. There's only one, Navik. The same goes for you as well, by the way. There's only one of you. Only one. This is 5. And also the F1 guy, what is good? How are you doing today? Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Welcome to the nation. Welcome to the realest community on the internet. Much love out to you, F1 guy. Welcome into the stream. How are you doing today? Great to see you in here. But yeah, Nation, I think I'm probably going to do some at least off-camera work, at least getting most of this pretty much done. I think at the beginning parts of the streams tomorrow, we'll probably also do the exact same. We'll probably get some of this done, and then we'll start working on the things that we really want to work on, because it's going to be quite the endeavor tomorrow, Nationers. We're going to be setting up some really good farms. I think we're also going to be setting up some really good contraptions that I think are going to be really, really, really good for the peeps, the people. Also, Lexi, how do you stream on Twitch and TikTok at the same time? I'm a new streamer, Lexi. Bella, thank you again so much for being here. Much love out to you. I hope that you have a great rest of your night. 07, and peace, Bella. And also, F1, it was yesterday here. Lexi, I'll get back to your question here in a split second. I promise not to forget about it. It was crazy. After the OKC Thunder won, the Oklahoma City Thunder won yesterday, it was like a crazy storm. I was like, oh my gosh, we are so doomed. Lexi, so how I stream on Twitch and TikTok at the same time, I use OBS to stream to Twitch. Now, there are certain parameters that you can use, and you can try and stream from OBS straight to TikTok. I prefer not to do that way. I prefer to, this is just me, but if you do go live and are able to go live, Lexi, you know, you have 1,000 followers, you've gone live a few times before, maybe on your phone. What they will do, TikTok, usually you have to do 2 25-minute streams to get access to the TikTok live studio. And with that, by the way, F1, thank you again so much for being here. I know you have a busy day ahead of you, and I hope that your day goes well. By the way, F1 guy, thank you again so much for joining in, by the way. Much love out to you. But Lexi, with the TikTok live studio, it's with TikTok. You just sign in, and if you go live, it goes live right to your account and whatnot. And so the one thing about that in particular is that all right, we're going to finish up this pile. That's what we can do. That's what we will do. And so once you gain access, you'll usually get a notification. You should be able to download it at least from a PC if you're logged in on TikTok and all of that good jazz. And then you could start configuring all your stuff on Twitch and on TikTok separately. And then you could go live on there as well. If you have any more questions, let me know in chat. Of course, Lexi, I'd be more than willing to answer any that you may have. And also, Hyacinth, what is good? This looks different from Minecraft. Yes, we are playing on a Skyblock. So that's why it looks like there's a giant void there and whatnot, which because technically there is, it's a giant void. But we are playing on a Skyblock, and I have a rank that allows me to fly. So that's how I'm able to fly in survival and whatnot. Oh, I left these blocks behind. Oh, hold on. Gonna pop the back while we do this. Oh, my God. That felt like a really good pop. That was a really good pop. I just had a trial stream. Also, I just had a trial run stream today, and I don't think it went very well. Any tips? Lexi, so what were you streaming on? I'm assuming maybe Twitch, maybe TikTok, maybe not at the same time. I guess what did you stream today? What were you streaming? Games, that is. Or maybe you weren't playing games. Maybe you were just chatting, of course. My instant tip that I would give is don't lose confidence. Don't lose faith off one stream. You know, everyone starts from a certain point. And even streaming on Twitch to a laptop is still really awesome. Like, people are going to find creators and content that they enjoy. People will come, Lexi, they will. But one of the biggest downfalls that I've made in my early goings of a content creator was I was just hoping that people would extend their hand to me and not always me extending my hand to them and marketing myself to them. You know, just because I have a business, let's say it's like a taco shop, the taco truck, just because I park in an area doesn't mean that people know when to come, or, you know, yeah, there's going to be some strangers that come up, but how do I get people to know where I'm at? You know, if they see something, how do I know? And so You know, it takes time, Lexi. Again, you're not defined by one stream. It takes time to kind of grow. And as long as you are consistent in your goal, you feel like you're putting in good effort, that is good and quality effort, you know, getting 1% better maybe every stream, it could take you a long way, Lexi. It certainly can. I know, I remember when I was a kid, like, I started out, like, recording on an iPad, making YouTube videos, and now I get to go here, and you know, I bought my mic. I've gone from that to like buying the things that I have for my setup, buying this PC, and that all started from me 10 years ago, just recording on my iPad and having this like ambition. And so, you know, it takes time. If there's anyone to be a testament to that, I'm certainly one of them. And so, yeah. Also, did you know that if you hit Alt F4, you can erase half of all life? I prefer not to do that, Navik. Also, having things like a Discord server helps feel... Yes, absolutely, Moy. I always say one of the biggest things for me is like is it SSC, CCS? Communication, consistency, and a good schedule. And everything kind of works together. Communication, consistency, schedule. And that's always kind of like all three blend like a tri-Venn diagram, and all of them work together, you know, building a Discord where, yeah, people feel included. They can join in. They can tap into what you're doing when you are live. It's good communication. It's good consistency. And yeah, it takes time. By the way, Invincible, what is good? How you doing today? Great to see you in here. And I guess I was thinking CCS because it's communication, consistency, and scheduling. You'd be surprised, Lexi. I randomly found Jared and been around since. Just got to be consistent and stay motivated. And yeah, like things are going to become easier than others. Like some people are like, motivation is like the one sole thing. Like they're going to go live for like 8 hours. And whatever they get, like great. You know, run it back next day. But yeah, it's certainly, you never know, like you hitting live and you going live, Lexi, is like super awesome. Like there's some people that are like really afraid to do that. Some people are going to look down on it and be like, you're kind of wasting your time, but you know what your goals are, and whatever your goals are, they really only matter to you. And I think, you know, throughout your journey, Lexi, I hope that you realize that. You know, someone came in earlier today and was like, bro thinks he's like the #1 Skyblock island. And you know, yeah, all that I did, I was just inconsistent in my approach. Normally, something that I normally do with someone like that, where I'm just like, hey, welcome into the stream. You know? And that's just kind of how those interactions go sometimes. And then like he was like, oh, like you look a lot like Markiplier. Like, do you get that a lot? Like on the lines of something like that. And it just, you know, he decided to stay and like he chatted it up. And so you just kind of never know like what could happen because you went live, good, bad, and ugly. I think a lot of people talk about the good, like, yeah, like, oh, it's so nice to have, you know, thousands of viewers watching you. But again, just like anything, things get more amplified. What you do becomes a microscope, and there's a good and bad and ugly side of it, you know. And regardless of whatever your goals are, I hope that you succeed in every single thing that you set out for yourself, you know? Maybe Twitch and maybe streaming is just to put yourself out there more, you know? By the way, how do you reach people? I've always wanted to stream, but I've been scared, and my boyfriend helped. I think one of the main things, even like Moy said, like having a Discord server, great, but if you have a Discord account, like I know for my server, we have a self-promo section. I know a bunch of other servers have self-promo sections. I was a little bit pesky. You know, this is years, like 6 years ago, where I would like spam, like this is what I used to do, okay? I knew exactly what I knew exactly what I wanted my audience to be. I wanted to be high schoolers at the time. Mind you, I was also in high school, right? And so what I did, which I don't recommend, I think this is the first time that I'm actually ever sharing this. So back when I was in high school, or like just coming out of high school, I would go on Instagram, and I was just trying to reach like 1,000 subscribers. I was like on the cusp of it. I was like super close. And so I went to #Senior Sunday, because I know people that were in high school were seniors in high school. Worst case scenario, they were in college. Like, worst case scenario, they were in college. I don't think anyone back then that like would have saw any of those comments like definitely like still watches now, but they subscribed. And again, it's not like the biggest quality of like subscriber or follower or whatever it may be, but I was pesky and I would just like comment on this random like senior Sunday post from the last week, the last month, the last year, whatever it may be. And I just go through and I just copy the same comment like, hey, I know that I like, congratulations on becoming a senior. Hopefully graduation goes well. I have something for you. Like, it mean the world if you go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Some people were really friendly about it. Most were not. Most just deleted it. But again, I marketed myself to people that I knew I wanted my audience to be, regardless of where they were from, mostly in America. But yeah, like people did subscribe. Again, I wouldn't say the quality of like follower or subscriber is great because yeah, they might subscribe. They probably would never watch a video. But if anything to take from that, Lexi, go into Discords, like meet people. Like people love to support people. And I think even then, like I'm sure there's some Discords that have self-promo, things that where you can learn. I think if you do want to, you know, reach out and build like your community, I think maybe just some like funny clips from your stream, like clip them through like TikTok, clip them through Twitch, whatever it may be. And like post them. Yeah, who cares if they get like 80 views, you know, especially for a new account. Like who cares? Like my first videos that like I would post got like 13 views. And like I just consistently uploaded. Like I remember when one of my videos got like 10 views. I was like, oh my gosh. You put 10 people in front of you and you'd be scared. You know what I mean? Like even if they watched for like the smallest of seconds. Who cares at the end of the day? Because you know what you're focused on? Your focus, Lexi, is the next video that you upload and how to make that one either the same, if not better. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, you just never know what you can do. By the way, Winnie Bear Games is my username. I'm assuming on Twitch, is that your username, Lexi? And also, and see, like Navik, again, I feel like we have a very supportive community. Like if you do join our Discord, link is in my bio. If you do want to join Lexi, you can certainly, you know, put anything into the self-promo. We have a lot of very supportive nationers, my audience, that love to support streamers, people in their content journey. I would like to say that we have a very tight-knit group of people that like definitely just like constantly support. So yeah, Lexi, by all means, I'm glad that I can help. I'm glad that you asked. That's first and foremost. I can't help without you asking. So thank you. And also Bentley, I have kept up. The last news that I heard was a ceasefire. That was about it, Bentley. And that's the only thing I'll probably comment on that, unless something new happened afterwards. Which I guess, let me check my phone. I'm not getting any Amber alerts right now, so that's a good sign. Let's see. Oh yeah, one of my friends just got married. Let me say congratulations. There we go. Breaking news! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, guys. The Boston Celtics have traded Drew Holiday to the Portland Trail Blazers for Anthony Simons and 2 second-round picks. You know how crazy that is? Because Drew Holiday was already on the Trailblazers, and then he got traded to the Boston Celtics. That's insane. Drew Holiday is like one of my favorite players in the association. That's crazy. And Anthony Simons? Oh my gosh. I feel so bad for Drew because he's so good. He's a defensive-minded player. I mean, he's not that old. He's a little bit older. I get it, but that, oh my gosh, that's the worst. It's crazy that he was already on the team. What did the comments have to say? Just seen a Boston fan throwing T.O. for the Harbor. Horrendous trade for the Celtics. This is a lose-lose trade. I agree. Why? This like makes both teams worse. The only thing that I see is that Anthony Simons might get moved once Jason Tatum comes back, or potentially saving a little bit of money off Anthony Simons because he's not going to be on that Supermax extension, especially now that he's not on the Trailblazers anymore, that Tatum's going to get paid, which he already did, but then Jaylen Brown might get moved. That might be the thing in the future, especially once Jason Tatum comes back. Oh, we are in some big news in the next few years with the Celtics. They had to get rid of one of their main starters, and Drew Holiday was the cut man. Sad to see. Ay, ay, ay. Also, Renz, what is good? Welcome back. How are you doing today, my guy? Great to see you in here. Can somebody add my Discord? Can somebody add my Discord and send me the Discord link? It's not working. Lexi, if you could DM me on TikTok, that would be perfect, because I can certainly send you that, of course. And also, Bentley. What is the IP for the server? Hopefully you just found it. It's right below my face here, by the way, Bentley. Right below it. It is called playskychunk.com. We are playing on 121 version. And also, Renz, it has been a while. Great to see you in here again. I know when I was doing the Vegas one, I didn't answer a whole lot of questions from the chat at the time. So I do apologize, Renz, because I know you were in there. And I know that obviously we did the Marvel stuff last stream as well. So thank you again so much for coming through. Example question: what is the cheapest minion to sell? Oh, Manny, I genuinely have no idea. That's a rough one if you ask me. I genuinely have no idea what the cheapest one is to get. I genuinely have no idea. Maybe I do. By the way, Lexi, thank you. I will definitely make sure to get you that Discord after stream here. Nation, this is the progress we made so far. I'm going to make it a little bit of progress. I at least want to get that done. I think getting this done would be really nice. Maybe that. Maybe starting to work on that and then that. Because if I section this out to there, that's a section. Section that out there. No. That. Yeah, that. Very doable. Very, very doable. Nationers. The sun is setting. I've been going on a walk every single day, or at least on a bike ride every single day. I think the bike ride's a little out of contention right now, but I still do want to get my walk in, Nationers. I know it's a little bit before 9. As you guys know, it's already summer, so that sun is setting sooner than ever. However, Nationers, I do want to... Nationers, I will be live tomorrow. At 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so expect to stream tomorrow, by the way, Nationers. Expect that. I actually haven't had noise or any audio in Minecraft forever, because I've been just AFKing the entire time. But, Nationers, I do want to thank you guys again so much for coming into today's stream. I hope that you guys did enjoy it. Nationers, make sure to hit that follow button in case you guys haven't already. I will be live tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, by the way. Do you play on Donut SMP? I do not. He actually raided me one time, like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. And so I joined his Discord and like followed him back and all of that good stuff. So I always see kind of the things that he's up to. I saw that, was it him? Maybe it was another creator was in like a Mr. Beast Minecraft video. So nonetheless, Nationers, I want to thank you guys again so much for coming to today's stream. I hope that you guys did enjoy. By the way, Navik, thank you so much for the 7 roses. What's EST time? 9 o'clock, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. 3-hour time difference, by the way, just in case you are wondering. On top of that, Nationers, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Expect a IRL live stream at the end of this week, by the way, Nationers. Expect a few more streams this week. So Tuesday, Thursday, maybe Friday, depending on what we get done. But nonetheless, Nationers, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Most importantly, I hope to see you guys tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Much love, Nationers. 07 and peace. Peace. Hopefully I didn't wake up anyone. I don't think I woke up anyone. I don't think so. God, I hope not.